Alright, welcome back to another episode of Art Time, where today we're going to be working on shading and texturing and hopefully doing the background for the next episode of Nova Guardians. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Now then, let's get right into this, shall we? So there's a lot of characters here to work with. As you can tell by everything just taking ages to freaking load in, as I try to go inwards, it's a lot of stuff happening in this drawing. So I guess first, we'll go in order of the characters that we colored in on my own time. Tina first. Yeah, there's a lot of shading here that we need to do. But it's not going to be that long, I don't think. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because let's not forget, we have 12 characters here to shade. And I thought I was going to have Vanessa, Kihana, and Arya in the background. But then as I started drawing everything, I realized that I have barely any space at all. So I decided against drawing those three. But I'm pretty sure you know who of which we have here in the, department. Given the fact that we've described their group, both Kihana's main group and Arya's main group. And we already know this group right here being Vanessa's group because of the whole them being like the main characters of this entire series. So yeah, easy, right? Easy enough to distinguish. Anyways, we've got a lot to have to shade, and I don't think the texture's going to be that bad. So we'll see what happens. Towards the end of it, I'm not sure. There's not a lot of space for background, but there is some stuff I can do for the background. Not sure yet. I'm not entirely too sure. It shouldn't take us too long to get this done with, though. All things considered. And plus, we also aren't able to post this yet until Sunday. So, by the time you see us, yes, it is Sunday. Considering the fact that it takes 8 hours or so to write up a single episode of Nova Guardian, maybe more than that sometimes. Yeah, I feel like what we've got right here. Also, is that supposed to be above that? No. I think this was supposed to be more further downwards. Good thing we're checking here because this would be annoying to have to deal with and fix. Oh, not too much. Oh, and the freaking computer's damn backlight turned off again because the computer fucking updated again for the umpteenth fucking time. I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. I'm getting sick and tired of this fucking computer updating and fucking everything up, even the audio here. I fixed it though. I set the device back to microphone again instead of it being like, oh, it's not there. It somehow disappeared. I'm getting sick of these updates. I found out a way to stop it from automatically updating this fucking thing. I don't need these updates constantly that are just fucking up my computer. Fucking up the audio, fucking up the keyboard lighting. It's really getting on my fucking nerves now, having to deal with these broken updates. Now who knows how long this is going to take to fix again. And I did do the thing here. I don't remember exactly what I did. Services. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but I typed in services. I scrolled all the way over the Windows update. Let's see if that's there. Update. Double click. What the fuck? I said disable. Apply. Stop. Is it disabled now? Is that it? Is that all? Stay disabled. Stop. What are you doing? Why are you highlighting that? We don't need these stupid updates constantly trying to fuck up my computer. Now I gotta wait for this thing to decide, oh, now's the time for me to work. I'm getting tired of having to keep resetting all the audio shit on this OBS. I almost said the wrong program that right there. Well, hopefully that will fully fix this problem with this constant updating that we don't need. Also, am I missing something here? According to this, no, but I think her hair is in this direction, so you can't see that. Anyways, yeah. That's what we've been having to deal with. F10 again? Nope, didn't do shit. Still. Annoying. Alright, well, there's still so much nonsense here that we have to worry about. With this damn D drive and this fucking keyboard light and this fucking... For some reason, the audio drive's just disappearing all of a sudden. I don't know, I feel like this computer is slowly trying to fucking kill itself. Even the noises it keeps making. This computer is slowly reaching the end of its lifespan, and we don't even have the funds to be able to get another one. Alright, that's not a part of that. I gotta go to this one. Well, so far we've got a significant amount of progress in this entire, what do you call it? We did the outlining, the coloring. Now here we are doing the shading and the texture. And by the time that this comes out on a Sunday, all of this will have already been done. Obviously, because I'm recording this right now on a Tuesday. Because we've got ourselves a huge amount of stuff to work on in this. And we gotta try to get as much of it done with as we can. I don't know how long the shading is going to take. I don't think the texture is going to take that long, but I have no clue how long... Oh, no, that's the room. I have no clue how long the background is going to take. The background is the one thing I'm somewhat worried about, for a few reasons. But considering the amount of stuff here we need to do, yeah, I guess technically speaking... Okay, you can move in because I can't... Move in! Because I can't see... There we go. What layer I'm clicking on. Also, that's the arm. Why are you on the arm? Where the hell's the shirt? There it is. Don't even know what the hell arm I was selecting. Apparently I was on an arm for some reason. So, yeah, I guess we should probably talk about the premise of this episode right after I get a good sip of Pepsi. So the premise of this episode, episode 5, as you can tell by the name, being Lopsided Rivalry. Basically, this group on the right over here is quite jealous of this group's recent famousness status, legendary status, not really legendary, ever since they took down the Oxman who was robbing a bank, who was a relatively high-level threat too, which is, you know, surprisingly not that hard to take down if you have the right equipment, i.e. gas max, to negate its... you know, the creature, the alien, technically it's... Well, I don't know. Would alien creatures have, like, specific genders? Clearly that one had a more male-like exterior to it. Then again, we don't really know much about, like... If life here in... Well, then again, aren't there, like, some creatures here who have more than, like, one gender? I have no clue. You know, the more biological, chemical, like, small s kind of... Let me see if I can grab something here. What creature has more than two genders? What animals? Yeah, I guess fish and snake. Which I have... no idea what Like, conceptual-wise, I have no idea, like, what, like, other, like, because isn't gender-based stuff mostly just consistent on the, what do you call it, the thing you have down below? The dang old thingy. Let's see, what was this one saying? Yeah, nematodes. What? Wait, one of the newly discovered species of nematodes. Oh, newly discovered, right. 3 different sexes. Interesting. Cool, great. Also, why do I have another Twitter notification? It's just showing a red dot. There's no reason for a red dot to be here. Unless another bot followed me? No, we're good. No bots. No more bots, at least. All these bots, I don't understand why. What reason do you fools have to follow me, of all people? Is it because of the fact that I'm basically just using Twitter as a means to, like, advertise not only my YouTube channel, but DeviantArt as well? And it appears that I might be blending in with the bots, and they're confusing me as a bot, and they're like, yes, bot brethren, join us. And then they're confused even more so because I'm not following them, and they're like, wait, why is brother bot not joining us? Perhaps this bot hasn't got the memo. I have no idea. It's just all those sex bots. You know, the freaking three tweet things of this girl's name and a girl picture, and it's just, that's it. It's all just those bots. Why those bots, I have no idea. It could also be the fact that I follow certain people who make certain things that aren't technically safe for work. But at the same time, kind of annoying. All these damn bots. It doesn't even do anything either. It's just bots. Extra bots. They don't even try to, like, increase any engagement on my freaking thing. They just sit there. And my followers. Biding their time. Waiting to take down the Void Demons. On YouTube. Yeah, the Void Demons can only get to YouTube because that's the only platform outside of Instagram that has very little notoriety. Very little notoriety indeed. So that's the only content of mine that the Void Demons can get to. But the bots don't like the Void Demons. No, they want to try to remove the Void Demons. And so there they are trying to freaking, you know, do the whole Void Demon shuffle, get them out of my YouTube channels, and then the bots just take over. I don't know. I mean, we have gotten some views on this one drawing that we've done. 8 views, which I don't know how, you know, that doesn't really do anything. Or is it? That's managed video, right? Go to analytics. Huh? Oh, yeah, no watch time, right? Of course that wouldn't be high up. Wait, what do you mean that has 9 views now? What? That's at 8 before. Why are you saying it has 9 now? Excuse me? What? What? I don't... Huh? I have no idea. Holy shit! 896? What do you call it? Impressions? Because there's like a literal, like, small... Then it's just a spike up here. Yeah, no, so the Void Demons are still enjoying my content. Yep, good old Void Demons. Enjoying what they can get. Because, honestly, that's really the only way they can get any content from me in that department. That's right, we still make these videos for the Void Demons. And I don't know when, if or when, or at all, we're going to ever get to high number counts. I highly doubt it. It seems unlikely. So the Void Demons will have their fill for the time being. Until we somehow get a resurgence and we have a crap ton of views. I'm not sure. We'll see what will happen in the Sonic Frontiers episodes, assuming I can get that out immediately. As opposed to just waiting until I can't freaking get it. know, it's just a lot of nonsense and bull is just happening behind the scenes. I don't really feel like talking about right now. Freaking nonsense. So much nonsense. I gave a little bit of hint as to the nonsense occurring, which in turn affects us. Because we don't have enough money to get a certain thing for this certain thing that's occurring from the past of a certain somebody. And now we have to go into my goddamn 401k just to be able to get past that. Because these fucking idiots out there are just trying to find every single reason in the book to try to make all of our lives miserable. Because we're cursed, apparently. Apparently, we're fucking cursed. I'm about ready to just grab forth the forms of some Cthulhu-esque god and hope that he can just take down whatever ghost is just trying to cause issues. Some eldritch being to just destroy this spirit curse thing that keeps plaguing me and my family and everyone else surrounding me. Everything just to fucking spite whatever the fuck curse we are forced to deal with. God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying having to deal with all of these bullshit. I feel like these things just happen on purpose for no reason. Alright, well, we're almost done with Tina. At least shading-wise. The good thing about most of this is some of the characters are hidden behind other characters. So I don't think shading them in is going to be that big of an issue. Requires a significant amount of work still, but not as much as Tina or Judas. That was his name, right? Judas? What was your name? That was your name. I was right. Oops, almost selected blank. So, yeah. What were we talking about the episode synopsis. Also, I forgot to talk about last episode, the drawing ideas that I have in mind. Alright, I did, and I don't remember it. Well, regardless, I guess we could talk about it now, so long as we don't get distracted by some nonsense. So, as you all know, this is the last drawing of October, being posted on Sunday. This being the last drawing in October means that, well, obviously, we got another 10 drawings I have to draw in the next month. Technically 12, and maybe 13 if I can't get the Sonic Frontiers thumbnail done with quick enough. So, yeah. We got, next up after this is Josephine Jotusco, which is going to be a mature drawing, so y'all are not going to see me draw that, obviously, because I don't think YouTube would like that. Next up after that, we're going to be drawing the Alien King, a quote-unquote demon in the demon realm, whom of which is basically just some alien giant who somehow managed to survive the harsh reality of the demon realm and conquer it, enough to be able to become a ruler of a sub-region, which technically that was what Lamet was. But now, because it has a ruler, in some way, shape, or form, it becomes a region in of itself. Next up after that's the second episode of Elementals Reborn, followed by Commander Connor, who is a character in Cerulean Faction and Chrome Wars universe. After that, we've got the 5th episode of Pito's Fetish. Is going to require a significant amount of characters for that one. 5, Pito themselves, alongside 4 other girls. You probably won't even really know who these girls are because, well, they're very much side characters. The 4 girls that are in Bezo's neighborhood basement thingy. If I'm saying his name right. Next up after that is the 2nd episode of Forgotten Fling. Safer work, of course, because obviously we're doing mature drawings, and 3 safe for work, then back to mature drawings, and safe for work, and so on and so forth. After that, we've got the 3rd episode of Luna v Titan, which we're going to have a very special episode, for which, in this instance, I do not want to spoil. And after that, a turkey. I'm going to draw a turkey around Thanksgiving week. Then, of course, we've got ourselves the mature drawing. This won't be Ariel and Mine. Essentially, whoops, that's a shirt. I want this. Essentially a scene from the 2nd episode. And then, of course, the Mine bathhouse. Another scene from the 2nd episode. I mean, tell you, you're going to enjoy the 2nd episode. It's going to be pretty funny. And fun as well. And aside from those 10 drawings, we also got to get the 10th episode of Adventurous Ami. And then we've got to get another hardcore mature drawing done with. This one is going to be of another scene from the 2nd episode. But of course, we can't just draw it for DeviantArt, so you know what? Subscribestar will be the perfect place for it. Yep. Perfect indeed. And that's essentially it, I think. That would essentially be it. Which means that that's pretty much all we planned out for in that particular month. There's still a whole bunch of drawings left, of course. We're closing in on the 20th drawing, i.e. this one. And there's still 6 more months left until this limitation period is over. Assuming I can keep up with 10 drawings a month. But that's not too hard. I would say it would be a hell of a lot easier if I didn't have to worry about the hardcore mature drawings. But at the same time, it does give me a tiny bit of money to have for myself. So that's good. Still, though, it is a rather slow endeavor. But considering the fact that we're getting 10 drawings a month done with, and with how complex these drawings are, and having to fill in, well, technically 12 drawings a month. When you think about it, we also have the hardcore mature drawings, which is always going to be 2. And then there's also the potential chance for extra drawings in terms of, thumbnail drawings. For instance, we gotta make the 5th season of Minecraft RTC Edition's thumbnail. When the time comes for me to... Okay, that was not doing anything. When the time comes for me to come back to that series again, which is going to take some time. I don't know how long Sonic Frontiers is going to be, but that's probably what the plan is going to be. We're going to be playing Sonic Frontiers, making a series on that. Don't know how long the game will be. We will probably try to go for 100%. Depending on how arduous it is, though, we might not. So we'll see. I might try to go for somewhat of 100%, but not fully. Because it's an open world game, and you know how most open world games are, right? Trying to get 100%, whoops, is not going to be easy. Especially if the Cocos, if I'm pronouncing their names right, are going to be in a similar vein to the Cuckoos seeds, whatever the fuck they were called. I can't remember. It's been too long. With there being 999 of them. Although I imagine with Sonic as the character you're playing as, being able to move around the terrain at the speed of sound, with places to go and following that rainbow, trying to get those little fellas, if it's in the same vein as that, is probably not going to be as much of a pain as those guys in, where the fuck, there's a sword. Those guys in Breath of the Wild. Especially considering how slow Link is. It's pretty damn slow, I must say. Pretty slow on the uptake. So, of course, with Sonic, I feel like 100% might actually be viable, doable. Alright, now before we do the next part, we got to get Yashashi's feet over here. Of course. And, it might take a couple of months. Who knows? We'll see. But the series will be going on slowly but surely, going at the speed of 2 episodes a week, taking the spot that Minecraft was once in. And boom. That's what we'll do every season of Minecraft. Well, when we get to an end of a season of Minecraft, we put it on hiatus, and then we choose a game, another game to play, until we complete that game, which might take some time, might not take some time. Depends, really. All I know is that it gives us some more games to play outside of just Minecraft and Sonic Adventures 2. I'm not sure what other games we would play, though. I guess it seems like Raft has finally finished its, content creation process. So it seems as though that's reached the end. So maybe that's a series we can make at the end of Season 5 of Minecraft. There's also Terraria, but I feel like Terraria is a kind of a series that needs to be on its own. So I don't know, maybe after Sonic Adventures 2. Or if, Paint Maze somehow manages to make me millions. Unlikely, but we'll see. We won't know until we get to the point where we can actually start selling the game. Making walkthroughs in our YouTube channel and playing the game casually as well. It's really the only way we'll know. Hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. We've got time. A lot of time. Maybe not as much time as we think. Because, with the way everything is going right now. But there's still time. I hope. Better be still time. Crying out loud, I'm still stuck in a miserable job. Albeit making decent money, but with everything as it is right now, how the fuck are you supposed to survive without the amount of money that we're making? The state we're in just sucks in general, I guess. That's really just the main complaint I keep hearing. We live in a rich man's state with poor man buildings. Although then again, this is kind of a poor man's building. I've seen some actually good freaking houses around here, but we're stuck in this shithole. That's a pretty freaking expensive to live in, apparently. Despite how... Despite the fact that I shouldn't have any fucking value at all. Shitty bathroom, shitty backyard, shitty everything. And what makes it annoying is we can't get another house because everybody's scared shitless of 2 pit bulls. One's a chicken shit who doesn't really, I guess there are some instances where she grows a backbone for once, like with my cousin Sam. She doesn't like her, apparently. She does not like Sam. I don't know why. Any other instances, she just puts her head down and tail down as well and just tries to get away. I guess there's just some people she don't like. Right, Cat? Well, in your instance, she's scared shitless of you. I remember one time I tried to have Tia come down here with the cat, with Shadalade over there. And, Tia and both of them were just scared. Shay doesn't want to go near Tia. Tia did not want to have anything to do with Shay. Butt up against the door over there, trying to, escape, get away from the cat. And the cat over here giving the most saddest meow I've ever seen. Or heard, I mean. Saying, I don't want this dog here. This dog is scary, even though this dog isn't doing anything. It's like a standoff of who's scared of who. Harley, on the other hand, he don't care. He trying to break down that damn window to get to Shade, and Shade's just sitting there with all, the chair like this, but it's like this wide, paw here, back paws here, just looking at Harley, goading him. You're literally going into gremlin sitting mode or something. And, yeah. But no, Harley's different. Harley I can understand. Although, the thing is, we got those two as pups. I think we might even have pictures of them as pups. With Harley, at least. It would have to be all the way in the back. Is it all the way in the back? No, this just looks like pictures of them when they were older. Damn. I don't think I have pictures. At least I have one of Tia, if I can find it. We got time. I'm gonna surpass... here we go. Yeah, she was literally... I should probably bring this up real quick. She was literally this small. If this fucking thing would stop giving the glare. As small as that sink. Then... she grew. I don't know where exactly. I think I had pictures of her in shade, but I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't see it here. And now this is what she looks like. Bigger, has 2 bones in her mouth. But other than that, she literally just is a chicken shit. It's just her taking a bath with a sad look. And if I'm swiping in the right direction, that's the wrong direction. She's giving me that look of sadness. Because she don't like baths. She's a chicken shit, alright. But sometimes she grows a backbone. Not all the time. I can barely get her to go outside to use the bathroom at night. Harley's no problem. And I've developed a technique to get him to use the bathroom quicker so we can go inside quicker and I can eat my damn dinner. And that's literally just to pee on a tree. Pee on a tree, then Harley comes over there and then pees on the tree as well. So, yeah. All things considered, despite how cute they are, they're making it hard for us to try to find another place to live that's not this shithole, with a very shitty bathroom. Matter of fact, I can show you how big the bathroom is. I forgot I scrolled past this picture. Where the hell is this picture? Where is it? There's the 2 of them inside the bathroom. Where the hell was it? Where are ye? It wasn't here. Definitely was not here. I think that was more upwards. Wasn't here? No, it wasn't there. Scroll down, scan. There it is. Yeah, yes. See this fucking bathroom over here? This is how small the bathroom is. That's them, right there. You see that little thing here? There's a toilet, there's a wall. That's where the wall is. This is the smallest fucking bathroom, and there's a window where the shower is. There's a fucking window. What the fuck monkey decided that this was a good design for a building? What stupid human out there decided, yes, we have window in the shower. This is where we'll have our shower. This is how big this bathroom will be. We're going to make this the smallest fucking bathroom in the world. With all the bare necessities. A toilet, a sink, a shelf above the toilet, fucking window in the shower, which makes 0 sense. Whoever decided that was a good idea needs to get their balls punched by 1,000 fucking ton ball of bowling balls. Yeah, that's right, a ball, literal giant ass ball with 1,000,000 bowling balls just drop right onto their fucking balls. Like, just like, cut a portal right where their balls are, and just place the portaled balls on top of it. They can still feel it, because technically it's still connected. And just have not even a ball, a cube. So there's no potential chance for the impact to be lessened. A cube to then just go in this very small instance where the small balls are, and then just fucking destroy it, because, my God, you do not deserve any freaking sense of peace. You deserve nothing but pure and utter pain for creating such a shitty bathroom. And if it was a girl and not a guy, boobs instead. Or clit. Or we use... Oh, wait. Oh, yes, I have... This is a very morbid creation that I had come up with. And it involves literally just a long needle that somehow connects to the nerves, and it literally is just wired up to a pair of balls, so to speak. And literally all it does, its only purpose there, is for those who don't possess balls to experience what it's like to get their balls hit. That's literally all it is. And, yeah. That's basically the entire concept. It can only really be used on women, unless there's men who are born without balls, and we're like, you know what? I never had balls in my entire life, and I'm curious. I want to get hit in the balls. So then we just go on ahead and stick a needle in whatever the urethra probably is. That's probably where that would be stuck through, if I would have to take a wild guess. And then you just go on ahead and just punch the balls on the table. It's like, oh, is that what that feels like? Oh, man. Takes the needle out. Boy, I'm glad I was born without balls, because that sucked. Although, then again, if you're born without balls, you're unable to conceive a child, and your bloodline cannot continue. But then again, bloodline doesn't really seem to be that much of a problem in today's age. Or at least, not to me, at least. Is bloodline still a thing that people are concerned about? I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, I want to just inflict the most severe amount of pain on whoever the fuck designed that bathroom. Because that's a bathroom that literally should never have existed. That bathroom should not fucking exist. It's the simple, what do you call it? It's all there is to it. That bathroom does not have any right to exist. Fit 2 dogs in there. We can barely fit. My God, man. It still baffles me, whoever the fuck made that bath. And it's annoying because this is a sister house. And when I look at the next door neighbor's house, I see their bathroom, and it's perfectly average size. It's literally a perfectly average size. That's it. Perfectly average. What are you looking at, Cat? Is there a bug? You see a bug out there? Probably. So clearly, whoever designed that part of the fucking house was like, yeah, this bathroom will be good, but this one over here will be... They literally purposefully designed a bathroom to be that shitty. I don't know who the fuck has the mind of shower with windows is a shower for me. Even though the window is like not, you can't see out of it, first of all, but there's still a window there regardless, meaning that they thought that they can get away with just putting a window there and be like, oh yes, I can see whoever's there. And then they just see this freaking fat ass man, 300 pounds, looking at all that, and are like, oh God, no, oh, this was a mistake. Oh, my perverted ways have caught up to me. And then he just go on ahead and replace the window. He's like, yeah, there was a design flaw. This window is not supposed to be shown at all. It's just... Yeah, the light you saw in the freaking curtains, that was the light of the window. I would say the only good thing about the window there is that I get natural lighting when I'm taking a shower, so I don't have to have the light on. The light's too damn bright. Usually take a shower during the day regardless, so that's like the perfect time to take a shower. No, that's the attack, you idiot. Go to the neck. No, that's the armor, you idiot. Go to the neck. Could barely see it being adjusted, but it looks like it is. Just not that much. Man. We really need... Okay, remove the attack then, because I need to see where the hell I'm working. And you constantly... Wait a minute. God damn it, where the hell's the collar here? God damn it, the collar's all the way down here. There it is. But where is this collar? Oh, that one's above that. Right, okay. Wait, I don't need that now. Get rid of that. Alright, anyways, yeah. I came to this conclusion with 2 pitbulls, making it difficult to buy a new house. And the housing market is complete and utter shit as well, apparently. It really just feels like we are purposely being placed into scenarios and situations that really shouldn't exist. Also, I need to bring up the thing, right, because the stupid computer updated again. I gotta bring up the Nova Guardian episode. One of them. Whichever one has Shikama showing off his armor and stuff, so I can figure out which one is colored brighter than the other. I should try to better organize Shikama's armor color, or at least maybe try to like do something different with it. I mean, the midtones and whatnot really does like change up how a lot of his armor looks. Like, for instance, this right here, it's actually more simpler than you think. You'll see in a minute. Basically, this is just darker like this, and this is just a bright light thing, like right here. Connected like so. And then the arm over here was I can get done with Shikama's body. I don't understand why the hell my freaking mouse is gravitating towards attack. That's not the thing I'm trying to increase. This one was bright, right? I don't remember. I think it was like a mixture of both. Yeah, Shikama's purple armor really does make it difficult to try to figure out where most of the colors are supposed to go. I should just, like, go through his colors and just separate all the colors, have duplicate colors, and figure out which one goes where. Like arm, hands, stuff like that. I should. I should have done that. Too late now, kind of. But it's fine. It's not that big of an issue. All that matters is that we get it close to what it's supposed to look like. I think we're almost done with Shikama, though, which is good. Oh, then again, let's not forget about his scythe. Man, I can't wait to make that Mock Brain Horror series, though. Currently, our plans, which I probably said before, but in case I didn't, and because it technically doesn't matter, because you might not even see that episode. This might be your first episode, and you'll be like, "Oh, hey, I don't. This is new to me." This is like essentially what I have planned throughout the entirety of this limitation period. Poke. I have okay, so let's see. We got in the fan art department. This is good to just like air out. We exclaim what we're going to be drawing, but we're not going to. What the hell? Never mind. We're not going to fully like spoil certain things that we don't want to spoil. So in fan art, we got 2 episodes of Pito's Fetish. And this one coming in November, and then the last one of this season, the first season, of course, coming in the middle of March. Then we've got one more episode left of My Luna Academia, which is a nice, wholesome, safe for work drawing. Not going to spoil what it is, but, something to look forward to, probably in December. Most likely. And then we've got 3 episodes of Luna v Titan, which will close off the first season of that. Essentially, the entirety of the fan art folder here, we're closing out the first season of a few little miniseries that we're making. That's not really miniseries, technically. It's more so just, what's the word? It's more so just like the first season of, some of the more... because one of them is ongoing so long as, the show continues to do its thing. Another one is as much as we can take up the 4th season of Attack on Titan. The idea here is to end that on a good ending instead of what's probably going to be a bad ending. We won't know until they, get the thing animated. And then we get it on Toonami. The good thing about that is that's guaranteed to be on Toonami because of the contract. No matter what, the first showing of the last episodes of Attack on Titan, at least in the dubbing instance, has got to be on Toonami. So as soon as that's done, probably next year or something, then we'll have all the knowledge that we need for Season 4 to be able to kind of close off Luna v Titan. And give it a good ending, because I'm sure we're going to get a bad ending. Ah, yes, the bad ending. Or bittersweet ending. I don't know if we're going to actually get a full-on bad ending, but bad endings are going to just consist on my favorite characters dying. So we're going to just make sure that that doesn't happen on our alternate universe, because I have the power to do so. If you have the power to do so, you should do it. I have the power to create alternate timelines, changing events to what I see deem fit. And that's the truth. Aside from that, we already know what Pito's Fetish has in store with all the seasons and whatnot. But we're not talking about the seasons that we have currently. We're talking about the plans and drawing ideas that I have. Now, in the safe work department, outside of those, because that's one. No, wait, hold on. Technically, we're going in the order of the entirety of the fan art folder. We already got 1 drawn. 2 of that series. Safe work, another safe work, another safe work. No, 4 episodes of Luna v Titan. Right. 3 is safe work, 1 is mature. That's 6 so far. Then we got the 2 episodes of Pito's Fetish. We already did the Grimoire drawing, so the only thing left now is probably the in-between season drawing that's going to happen after Pito's Fetish, which essentially is going to have Pito in a new outfit. They're going to look pretty cute. In a casual outfit. By itself, it's going to be a cute drawing of a cat-girl thing. Again, they technically aren't girl nor male. They don't have any of that as far as we're concerned. But we don't really know much about ant genders and whatnot in that series. Either way, they're going to look adorable. But in context, for those who like the series, and, a bonus for them, but for those who don't like the series, they're like, ugh, and that's it. I mean, I've been looking up some things on here in the freaking Reddit. What the hell? And a lot of clean. God damn it! Get out of here. There's this Reddit that's called DeviantArt Hell, and just looking to see if I end up on there at some point. It'll be pretty hilarious if I do. Although, if I were to be, it would probably be an older drawing. Because the older drawings are definitely not as good as the newer ones. The newer ones, going off of what I have learned throughout the years in drawing on Photoshop. So I was able to get a whole lot of practice in to be able to make the mature drawings look way better. Well, even the ones from the past still look pretty good. Depends on which one you're looking at. Such a large amount of progress. Alright, so we're not going to be able to see his eyebrows that well, so I need your eyebrows to be darker. And I'll just make your hair or head that. Alright. So, as I was saying before, that's what we have planned in the fan art department. Now, in fantasy, we pretty much got the overviews finished. The 2 overviews. And then there's a 3rd episode of a little mini-series that I've been doing. That will essentially usher in new episodes of Reginald's Mockerbray Cases. Which you guys haven't seen me make any drawings of yet, episode-wise. But trust me, it's a pretty good little series that has been on hiatus for a while now because we've been trying to get the Demon Realm list frickin' finished. And it's been taking a lot of effort and time to be able to finish it. So, yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, there's that, which makes 7. And then the mature drawing after that. And aside from that, there's 6 episodes of Elementals Reborn. So, our fantasy, I almost said it right, but then my brain was like, no, not that. And then I was like, wait, no, not that either. I was right the first time. And then my brain was like, no, you just do a little recursion over there, but no. I don't have the mental capacity to try that. So yeah, fantasy is already pretty filled up with the amount of stuff that we need to do. So yeah, that's what we've got planned in that department. Also, we've been at this for almost an hour now. A god-dang hour now. I might want to separate this into 2 different parts, maybe. We'll see. I don't think the background is going to be that complex, though, so it might seem kind of pointless. Anyways, as I was saying, next up we have landscape and scenery, which, honestly, that one's a bit more of a wild card at this point. We got 2 drawings for Demon Realm left, that being Lammet and Space Abyss. And we can't draw Lammet until we can get the Alien King done with. And we can't draw Space Abyss until we can get Melody done with. And we can't draw Melody until we get the Alien King done with. Essentially, we got to get those 2 drawings done with of the Demon Realm rulers of their specific regions in order to draw the region that they are in. And aside from that, we've got ourselves 2 mature drawings that I know what I plan on doing there for those, but it's going to be hard to come up with more mature drawings for landscape and scenery. I feel like that's going to be a challenge. I could come up with a few on hand, but after that, we don't really have anything there to, like, build upon. Who knows, maybe we might. We'll see. For instance, we still have the, what do you call it? The first one to have to do. That might somehow give us another idea or something. Yeah, that is a part of that. Because, with Mockerbray and Horror mature drawing that we did, we got ourselves, like, 2 new ideas from certain characters, and now we have, like, an actual mini-series potential for Mockerbray and Horror. Whoops. And then there's just 5 more slots left, I believe, with one being the Bob Ross parody landscape and scenery drawing, which is, hopefully, if I can remember, going to be the 100th episode. Hopefully, if I don't freaking forget. I mean, seems like it'll be impossible to forget, right? Where in that one, we're just going to draw a landscape and scenery inspired off of a landscape drawing that Bob Ross did. It's mostly going to be just trying to recreate it, but in my style and in my ratio. So I'm probably going to have some more unique stuff happening in it, using my own style and whatnot. It's not going to be an exact one-for-one replica, obviously, because we can't just do that. First of all, it's paint, and this is digital art, two completely different fields. So obviously what I do is going to be completely different from what Bob Ross did. Obviously. And of course, aside from that, the 5 landscape and scenery drawings that haven't really been determined yet, but in terms of, potential drawing ideas, I can draw scenes from Elementals Reborn and hell, maybe even Nova Guardians, if we have one in mind that we want to draw. Oh, also, by the way, this is a guy. It's a 15-year-old Polish boy. Same age as Tina over here. Yes, she's 15. And she's, I forgot, but she's somewhere in her 20s. It's basically just the whole shtick of Americans have big boobs, but for some reason Asians don't. Why? I have no clue why. But there's not really, bad blood here, because the basic standpoint of this is Americans and Japanese working together. For once, instead of having to be at each other's throats. Because of, past events and whatnot. I feel like that's supposed to be... Oh wait, no, that's supposed... Is that supposed to be above? Well, I know for a fact that this probably should be a bit more inwards, so I'm going to do this, and then boom. There we go. Alright, well, let's get the finger here dealt with. I think the idea here with your finger was to have the bottom parts here be darker, to look darker. Anyways, back to what we were saying before. So we talked about landscape and scenery, now for sci-fi. In sci-fi, this is what we've got. 4 episodes of Nova Guardian, 4 Chrome Wars people. The commanders are what's left. Wait, hold on a second. I feel like you need to be a slight bit smaller. Same with you. And you need to be a slight bit bigger. And I'm looking at your fingers closer. Wrong one. I got it in verse. Boop. No, you idiot. This one. And you, despite being a pinky, need to be a slight bit bigger. Which means I am going to need to. Good, I have one. And, well, I think the idea here was this was supposed to go downwards, like it's, Come on. Something like this. But not too thick now. There we go. Better. Slightly better. The nail might need an improvement. Most likely the nail needs an improvement. One of them. This one is the one I'm talking about. This mofo right here. No, nails. How about here? No. Okay, for a second I thought you filled it again. Oh, wait, no, that's the issue. Right. You gotta be like up here or something. Close to the top. Not fully going over. Right after I've shaded in the nails, I gotta just go on ahead and do a little bit of stuff here. That's the idea. I think that was basically the idea. Having that look like, if this is here with that there and this going here with the knuckles. I still gotta do some adjustments with the finger here, but that's fine. Alright, so now the parts of the fan, of course. Anyways, yeah. 4 episodes of Nova Guardians. This is the first one of this limitation period. So we got like 3 more after this, which is not that bad. I know what the premise is for 2 of them. 2 more of them. Somewhat of an idea on what I want to do for the other one, but not entirely too sure on it yet. And of course, we got the Chrome War people, and we got 2 mature drawings, which I already have an idea on what I want to do there. And provided I can remember this, because there's a certain event I want to create on the February, which is going to hopefully bring a community together. A community of, people with kinks, but a community nonetheless. I don't know, I feel like that would be the perfect instance for February, but I'm not going to dispel too much info on it right now. I will give you more info when mid-January hits, which is still a few months from now. Technically a couple of months, but a few months in total with the whole... No, 2.5 months, actually. Yeah, because this is coming out in close to the end of this month. And we gotta go through November, December, and half of January. So I guess technically a few months for the event. And for it to last the entire month. That's the robe, you idiot. Go to the arm. Anyways, yeah. That's something to look forward to, I presume. Also, is that in the right direction? Wait, hold on. Because you're like this... Oh, wait, or is that just behind the hand? I think that one's behind the hand. Right. Yeah, because I think you would still be able to see the thumb from, like, back here. That's what it was, right? Right? Yeah, because that would be here. This is where that is. You would still probably see the thumb. It is a weird position. I mean, fan... Unless, wait, I think most of the thumb is a bit off. I think it's supposed to be more so like this. I think. I don't know. We'll see. And now for the fingers, of course. Alright then, let's see. Okay. Alright, so, anyways, back to what we were talking about before. We've explained what we have planned for sci-fi. 4 episodes of Nova Guardian, 4 Chrome War Commanders, whoops, and the 2 mature drawings. And portraits. Or mock brain horror first. Yeah, sure, why not? So we already know that we have a bunch of freaking Demon Realm demons that we drew. There are 6 Demon Realm demons that we had to draw. We've drawn 4 already, and we got 2 more left. So that means that we only have 4 more Mock Brain Horror drawings left, and 3 of which are mature drawings. One's already out, and I already have an idea on what I want to do for the others. Maybe in December, who knows? We'll see. I already have November planned. I've told you what I have planned for November. Pay attention. Pay attention. Keep up. Or else you'll be left behind. So, yeah. That and 1 of Reginald's Macabre cases. Something that I have been wanting to do again for so long, but have not been able to do because Demon Realm demons need to get drawn and finished. It's been so long since I've done it. I don't even know where the hell all of those stand series-wise. I'll check how the views are doing for those. I have no idea. It's been so long since I've worked in this. Yeah, the Escorter with 2K. A Hideous Hider with 3K. People like seeing that bony ass, I guess. Towering Patroller at 2K. A White Witch at 2K. The Hussmaker at 2K. Jesus. Abducting Trafficker at 3K. I mean, that is a pretty funny looking entity despite the terrifying thing it does. Shredded Skin 2K. Man, I'm surprised these are still in high numbers. Merging Myers, also 2K. Optical Walker, okay, 789. So I think this is where we were still, yeah, this is where before we even got to 1K. All of these, unfortunately. But the Unzipping Excavator is at 1K, so I don't know. But that one was interesting looking. That one's 724. This one's 1K. But I guess that one was also interesting. 599. The Pixel Screamer was 509. The Dimension Hover was 683. Time Linker is 662. The Light Cortex was 487. These are like old drawing numbers here too. 399. Because now we seem to just always hit 1K for some reason. Head Gobbler 617. Devil Statues 441. Nova Walkers 309. And let me go to the back end and see where the back ends are at. So we got the Headless Psycho. Okay, that one's at 1K for some reason. The Old Predator, 175. Ah, now that's old drawing numbers. That was way back in October 23rd, 2017. Obviously, these old drawings aren't going to get too many views because they are so far back in my backlogs that the chances of them being picked up and seen by anybody is very little to none. Sometimes I'm surprised to see favorites of old drawings from from yesteryears. Not decades. We haven't been at this for 10 years yet. We're going to be at some point. We're close. Actually, aren't we like close to 8 years? Or did we just pass 7? Well, in terms of DeviantArt, we've passed 7 years. But in terms of when I started doing this, we're close to 8 years. 8 years going into February 22nd. Can't believe it's almost 8 years since I have been drawing with Photoshop. I remember long ago in high school years when I was using pencil to draw in notepads. That's what it was like way back when. But now I've integrated to digital. But all of this, all the time drawing and whatnot. We got a whole nother freaking medium coming up that's a bit disconcerting, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so you know all that AI art stuff. It's kind of annoying that that's the kind of shit we're trying to get automated first and not like actual fucking factory jobs or office work or any of the other like physical laborious tasks and whatnot. Why is that the one we're trying to automate first and not the one that makes it so that we don't have to be in physical pain every day trying to do these tasks for 8 hours at a time? I really just feel like we're moving backwards in that department. Instead, we just want robots to take over the jobs that we don't want to do. Because if all robots took over jobs and there's nothing for us to do in the workforce, then what do we need money for? There is no reason to have money at that point. If everything is automated and given to us like that, why even bother with an economy? We should have all of our focus then be put into our hobbies. People who want to create games or shows or movies are free from the constraints of money, unless they are just some group of people out there who just cannot stand there not being an economy and want to have some form of money value, which is stupid, because if everything is automated, if there's literally no reason for any of us to work, what reason is there for there to be money? If you make it so that the robots are able to self-maintain themselves, and make it so that they never have some form of sentience and they only follow coding. Although then again, we have to also ensure that souls don't somehow end up in robots. Or we don't have the instance where a soul ends up in robots and then they gain sentience that way. That's another thing you gotta worry about. If you want to have robots with souls, make them like another part of oh wait, that probably should be above your neck, shouldn't it? Make them be like another race that can live with us. Although I have no idea what the hell they would think about all this stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely too sure. But the idea of having a robot counter-species made out of our own souls, that have like androids who essentially just have immortal bodies, it just seems like a nice concept to have, provided we do it right and we don't use them to be constant workers in the society that it's at right now. I feel like at that point, if I had an idea that, my soul is capable of, being there, and now I have an idea on what the souls are. Because the only way that would work is if I'm dead, and my soul's wandering, and some company is like, we brought you back from the dead, but now you gotta work for us for all of eternity, and be like, well, I don't want to work. Well, then we'll just decommission your soul. We'll just destroy your robot body now, and just give it to somebody else, and be like, fine, whatever. I know that there's an afterlife now. I'd rather be back there than be your slave. And then, they do that. And, for shits and giggles, my soul will just haunt them and curse them until they die. And then I consume their soul when they die, and then I become stronger. Then I'll consume all the other souls of those who are still alive who wants to enslave some form of people, and just keep killing them off until there are no slave drivers, and then everybody can live happy in a world where nobody who wants to just have other humans in some way, shape, or form work for them. You don't fucking deserve it. All you deserve is me consuming your soul. So, yeah. Consume their souls. And whatnot. Although I guess in that instance, that's like you're trapping them in your own prison, gaining power from them. Because, technically speaking, if a soul is like an immortal thing, you're not really going to be able to kill a soul. You know that song, a soul can't be cut, no matter what blade you wield. But it can be imprisoned. It can be imprisoned. And that's what you gotta look out for. That's what you gotta look out for. And then you gotta worry about all the nonsense. Anywho's and wits, yeah. We somehow got into that with freaking AI art. That's apparently another thing that's happening. But why the hell are people doing that? All you're doing is just writing up paragraphs to try to get the exact thing you want. Then at that point, what is even the end goal there? It's just a bunch of people who just want to try to drive out any form of human input. Or those who want to try to get to a point where you can draw something so damn realistic with AI that fools everybody and causes the entire world to enter World War III. Or, you know what? No, World War IV. It's so intense that it just skips right over a third one. Yes, of course. But, yeah, that's really one of the only other reasons I can think of for those who are so adamant and wanting to, get to that. They can create photorealistic stuff that no other artist can make. And then what do you have? Just death and torment and misery. An entire medium that barely anybody can get into anymore now because of these stupid robots who are taking the wrong jobs, need I mind you. These robots aren't taking the right jobs. You're supposed to be fucking going into physical tasks and office work. And hell, even freaking fast food service. Technically, most of the freaking stuff in most of these areas are automated. Not automated. Like if you can somehow manage to create some kind of AI robot thing capable of doing the tasks that most fast food people do, then you could just go on ahead and have like a machine that's making that stuff. We pretty much already have like most fast food stuff being made machine-like. You've seen that video of that one person showing, how McDonald's makes the McRib. You just throw like 6 slabs of rib meat, boneless rib meat, and then you just go on ahead and just, wait for that to cook, double stack it up, and put that in that there sauce, and, have bread be toasted in there as well. And then as it's preparing the stuff inside the stuff, you just go on ahead and have like a mechanical, not mechanical claw, just the robot just then put the toppings on it. And if it's a machine taking the order, it can't possibly fuck up. They already had like a machine that you can like make your orders in at the quick check near work. They already have that. So they're already one step ahead. They already got rid of like having to have people take orders. At least in that department. Now all they need to do is to have some machine take inputs from that. And people are like, well, I want to yell at somebody for no reason whatsoever. And I'd be like, bitch, enjoy life. Stop trying to find reasons to complain and make people miserable. At this point, why are you even still miserable? Machines took all the jobs. Pick up a hobby. You want to be an internet troll? Be an internet troll. There you go. That's a hobby. Just don't frickin' spread hate speech or try to, go to the Nazi side or something. I don't know. Don't do whatever the fuck Kanye's doing, because that's literally, I feel like we're about to just start up a Holocaust 2 at this point because of what he's doing. I feel like we as a species have evolved past that, but then again, who the fuck knows with all of these people who really just cannot stand like when people are happy. That's the only reason I can think of. Why are people racists towards a certain group? Why? Why are people anti-Semitic? Why are people racist? Why do you want to find reasons to want to have to lynch a group of people? What the fuck is going on in your tiny little brain to make you want to just make people's lives miserable? Isn't life already miserable? Haven't we reached a point now where everybody is just miserable at this point? Minus, of course, most of the rich people, but their misery is literally just first world problems, or whatever the fuck that's called. It makes no sense. We're all in this together, being sad and miserable on a potentially dying planet. So what reason do you have to want to just kick all of us into an early grave by trying to incite hate crimes and shit? I just don't understand it. We all really do have our demons, and they just are coming out full circle because of where the world is heading right now. This is what's happening. This is the world at large. What happened to the planet? What happened to humanity? What happened to society? Although I guess society has always been shit. I will refer back to when I was talking about long ago, with the souls of people are being the ones that are like carry the personalities when they are reborn. So if you're a psychopath serial killer in one life, chances are you're probably also one in another. Maybe slightly less, dialed back because the environment you're in isn't as bad as it is in the life you had as a serial killer, but chances are you're a serial killer. The only thing I can think of is that most of these people who are racist or anti-Semitic, Christ, are literally those who were born way back in slavery days or even in the freaking 1800s. Their souls persisted, reborn into new bodies, and their racist values are still there. And with, most people trying to get rid of racism and all the other stuff, and some are succeeding, they, in their minds, in their previous life of racist intent, are like, this cannot stand. The past cannot change. The past must continue. We must say, come up with new slurs for this particular race of people. And then they just go on ahead and just, go off and just do their thing. And then everybody's just, nobody knows what the hell's going on anymore. Also, what the fuck was this again? Wait a minute. Hold on. What? Oh. Is this wrong? Wait, no. Christ, right. This is the top. These are supposed to be on top. They're supposed to look like little nub diamond things, right? Whew. It does make a lot of sense when you think about why racism, anti-Semitism, and a whole bunch of cult stuff, as well as a whole bunch of pedophiles and all that stuff, are still, running wild and rampant here. Is because the souls of people from the past still have some of that personality deep-seated into their souls. So as they reborn into this new world, they just can't help themselves. Their soul can no longer be saved. Although the real question is, why do we have no memories of our souls and any clue of the afterlife? If that is the case. So many mysteries of the world that we have no clue. And a lot of it really does seem to make sense when you think about why some of this stuff still exists even today. Even today. Even till today? I don't know. You know what the hell kind of saying I'm trying to come up with. You understand. You know what I'm trying to get my point across. All that really matters is that we have some general idea if we use the reincarnation theory. Reincarnation would make sense why some of this is still around. It never died out because the souls that reincarnated are still trying to keep that old way up and live. The past might always repeat themselves. It might just always repeat themselves. That seems to be the case. It seems to be the case. The past will always repeat itself because the souls reborn will have those personalities at hold. Really doesn't make much sense. Well, anyways, yeah, I guess this is just more ramblings of somebody who's just tired and want to just, sit back, relax, and not have to worry about laborious tasks. Anyways, yeah, we didn't even get to finish off what we were saying before. When the hell did we get where do we get sidetracked? I still gotta talk about, the portrait stuff that we have planned for this limitation period. Although this one's a pretty easy one. So, for portraits, we have 5 episodes of Ebony and Ivory, the series with the Cafe Group and Moon. You know the Cafe Group. I would show you it, but this was apparently made before the frickin' D drive got destroyed. Was it? Yeah, nope, this was made before that. Damn, so I can't show you it. Unfortunately. But yeah, Moon and Erica and Beverly, and as well as soon the other girls. And then aside from that, there is the Forgotten Fling episodes. 5 for 5 for both. Also, what were you again? Oh, is this your pants? Ah, that is your pants, I think. Wait, whose pants is this? What the fuck? Where the hell am I? Okay, this is apparently Jean's pants. I guess those are just, yeah, blue pants, right? And now there's the pin. The American pin. Which I almost screwed up by having red-blue stripes instead of red and white stripes. I had forgotten what the flag looks like. God damn. Condensation. Anyways, yeah, we're fine. We fixed it. Don't worry. I was off camera, so I didn't just piss off the lot of America. Even though I'm from it, and I should probably know that, but at the same time, I'm lost in my fantasy world, and I'm trying to keep my head inside of my own worlds instead of the world that we currently live in. Because, y'all know what the world is like, and I want to try to escape it as much as I can, and be happy. As much as I can. Unknowingly enough, though, they fucking have Saturday on the goddamn board, which is annoying, so now I gotta hope somebody takes it, and I can continue working on all... Just click on highlight, you idiot. And I can continue working on all of my creations here. The plans I have for this week is simple. As soon as I get this drawing done with... Whoops, why the hell did I move over here? Oh, I guess I accidentally clicked the bottom part there, looking at where we're at in time. Let me move this up a bit more. Yeah, we're an hour and 27 minutes into the shading process. Oh, wait, we're not in that part. So yeah, we gotta get this drawing done with, which is gonna take all day, but that's fine. Then we gotta get Sonic Frontiers thumbnail done with. We got 2 days to do that. If I can't get Saturday taken from me, which is gonna be annoying if I can't, then I guess that means I'm going to just have to make Game Crafters on Friday instead. Since Minecraft has now reached hiatus. Still waiting for the damn... I don't even know if they looked for the fucking SATA drive yet, because there's already so much shit on their goddamn minds that they have to focus on that instead. Instead of looking on Amazon and seeing if there is one. Which there should be. I don't know why the hell there wouldn't be. And I'm not going to be able to get those freaking episodes back at this rate. Which is annoying. If I have to make more episodes, then it's just going to be a mess. So I'm gonna have to hope that I can, you know, spread out Sonic Frontiers as much as I can. So hopefully it'll be a long game. I mean, it's open world. I have to imagine it's at least gonna take, like, what, 60 hours to complete all of what we can in that game? Hopefully, which if we do 2-hour episodes, like what we have been doing for Minecraft, that would mean that it would be a 30-episode series, which would mean we would have a few months, maybe more. Depends, really. But like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. If for some reason I can't get those godforsaken episodes back, I guess I'm going to have to just make 2 new episodes. There's no way to know. There's just no way to freaking know. Because time feels like it's at a standstill. And anything we say we're going to do never happens. Say we were going to get a new place at some point. Been a year since then. More than that, I think. I don't know how long exactly. But we really are just stalling for time in all aspects. And there's just so many other problems that's occurring. It's really just starting to become increasingly infuriating. I just wish I didn't have to deal with this job on top of all of that. Why do you think I'm so adamant on trying to make YouTube work? Even if I'm not getting any freaking views, I'm still not going to give up. Why should I give up? I'm going to keep creating until I die. I'll keep creating until I die trying or something. Because I already figured out what I wanted to do for a living. And that's to create. I want to create for a living. But if I can't do that, then what's the point of living anymore? Am I right? We need to create. I am a creator. I enjoy creating stuff. Why do you think most of my series on YouTube is all creating stuff? Creating the perfect chow, creating a city architectural stuff, creating drawings and art time and all that stuff. The entirety of our series on YouTube, right now at least, is just creating. Doubtful we're going to get to any film-based stuff, because film isn't exactly my main interest. Games is my main interest, hence game crafters and us making a game. But also, I want a series as well, an animated series. At the time, I was like, I want to be a game developer, and that was just the basic ends meet right there. And as soon as I grew up further, I discovered I want to create stuff. I want to create. Sometimes we all don't see ourselves, as gods in the instance of, not knowing that we want to create for a living. But when we do find that out, once we do find out we want to be gods of our own world, creating and doing whatever. I'm joking, by the way, but still. Once we find out we want to create, we just want to create. And that's why we got game concepts. And that's also why we got other things. Also, was there more? Wait a minute. You gotta be up here. You gotta be up here. I forgot about you guys. Right, of course. That's not supposed to be like that. Also, were you nails? Technically, you're supposed to be nail, right? Because this is... Yeah, that's where that is. And no, not there. We gotta make it here, you fool. I mean, yeah, we already got Nova Guardians going strong at 5 episodes. And we got Elementals Reborn that just started up. So I would say, yes, we do enjoy creating. But you know what? I enjoy game development. I want to develop a game. So, of course, in order for us to do that, we needed to learn Unity, and that's what we have been doing so far. I would say we're doing decent. We got a hang of Reaper Studio to an extent to make sound effects, but I feel like if I wanted to make better sound effects, I am going to need to get a better microphone setup, which will also help for this, and will also just help for sound effects in general. I feel like if I want to make my own sound effects, I just need to purchase many things to make sounds and try to get the sounds I need. Book page turning. Get rid of that goddamn... this place just sucks when it comes for sounds. I don't think it would matter if I got a better microphone. It would help, but with all the sound shit that's happening in this goddamn place, I would have to compress so goddamn much and try... I mean, yeah, I guess, technically speaking, getting a microphone would help. But the problem is, we don't have the funds because everything is just now expensive. And $6 an hour is not enough to live on with a family of 3. And most people out there who are, like for instance, my cousin bought an apartment for her and her boyfriend. But she's also in debt because, in order to like do anything in that department, you need to be able to get a lot more money. Working 2 jobs, technically 3, and making probably less than we are, but still making enough to get, like, that's the thing. Currently, my cousin is in a state, not Sam, the Kate cousin, that one, is currently in a state of barely being able to have any free time, because the only way you can live is to just work nonstop, have, like, no hours of free time. That is no way to live. I spat on my monitor. That's just no way to live. And you can see like the depression and whatnot, and just like the whole, it is what it is in her face. And it's just like, why is the world like this? Why the fuck is everything so goddamn expensive? Why the fuck are we shooting all of ourselves in the foot with the economic decisions that are happening throughout the world? They just got a new person who is now apparently Prime Minister in the UK. Probably can't possibly fuck up the economy any further. But color me surprised when that happens, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get fucked up again. Why am I calling it? I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it right now. Somehow the economy in the UK is going to get fucked up. And you know what? Just to add insult to injury for the entire human race, this fuck up somehow also fucks up everyone else's economic values. I'm going to call it right now. You can blame me for this because I'm calling it. I am having a premonition. Somehow this guy, who is now currently Prime Minister, is not only going to fuck up the UK's economy even further than it is now, but is also going to somehow domino effect into every other freaking country's economy. And then we're all just fucked because nobody knows what to fucking do. Somehow the value of the dollar is 0. But at that point, if the value of the dollar is 0, then just come up with the robots to do all the work, and we don't have to fucking do menial labors or work for our rest of our fucking lives to get by. Is it so hard to make robots? That's what we also be striving for. If money is literally the value of 0, then fuck money. Use this as an opportunity to develop robots to do all of the jobs. Once the robots have been developed, you are free. At that point, you're like, I am now obligated to create these robots so that we as a species can live free without having to fucking work a day on our lives. But no. They're all worried about the robots taking your jobs, but if there's no fucking value in money anymore, then what's the point of a job? Right? Yes? And everybody's like, well, so what? There's no money. You should still come in to work. The world needs this. And I'm like, I don't care what the world needs. If I don't need to work anymore, I'm just going to stay home and, just ride out the chaos. Because there's no point in me staying and working in a place for no fucking money. Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of chaos, but at some point they're going to have some technological advancements with robots. And then the robots are going to take the jobs, and then there's going to be no need for money. It really just feels like our entire society is just dependent all on the fucking dollar. And once that just crashes, everything goes into total utter chaos and anarchy. And of course, we can't handle that as a society, apparently. So, what do we do then? What the hell do we do? I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is if society breaks down, well, hopefully everything can be repaired to some extent. This is why we need atomic manipulation, folks. Something that just gives us all of the materials we could ever want. Make the food we want without having to hunt or grow anything. Because I'm sure the damn planet's about to get completely uncultivatable. So why not just atomically create food? That's just the way it is. Oh, that should probably be further down. Well, technically, that should be beneath this. It's further down there, but not there. Alright, well, now that the existential crisis of the entire planet part is now over, let's talk about something else. Like what's happening in this episode. We've been talking about a bunch of other stuff, but I'm not even talking about all the characters that I'm drawing. Right now I'm drawing the American twin girls who are a part of, or coloring I should say, shading I should say, who are a part of Arya's group. I believe the one I'm working on currently is Morgan. I think. There's Morgan and Madison. And our names don't really coincide with the direction. One has a pink hair tie little bead. The other one has a blue, light blue. That's how you tell them apart. But then again, this is Morgan. Gin, more, pink. Pink is more. Madison. Or should this one be Madison? No. I don't know. Morgan's the one with the hair parted to the left and is always left of the twin. She's the left twin. Madison is the right twin. Hair parted to the right. I mean, yeah, you look at their hair like that and their, the swords. You can even see, you even get to see what their weapon is. Their weapon is an interesting one that I don't think we're going to have any of it be used in this episode at least. But they have a very special weapon that's basically just a sword that's cut in half. And essentially, the way they use their weapon is by interlocking their fingers together to combine the two swords, and they can remove it and have two swords while they stay next to each other, so they got 2 times the amount of attacks. And yeah, it's an interesting little setup in the weapon department. Sure, they may be technically side characters in this endeavor. They're definitely not one of the more main side characters. I think one of the more main side characters is Kihana's group. We all know that Vanessa and Kihana are the main stars of the show that were first seen. Even though these 4 are the ones who are the main characters, Vanessa and Kihana were the first ones shown. Then I think followed by Nurse Arya, then Commander Garter. I think. I don't remember. I'm going to look that up. I don't think I need this open anymore, but I'm going to look it up. Shouldn't be too hard, because all I gotta do is just follow the names here. Oh no, there's Garter. Never mind. Garter. Right? Yeah, and then there's Arya. Arya after Garter. Oh, never mind then. Well, Garter dies, so I guess it doesn't exactly matter. And while yes, it is a spoiler, it's a literal first episode spoiler. He's a red shirt character. He didn't even make it to the 2nd episode. Y'all thought when I was making this series in bits and pieces and drawings before that Commander Garter was going to be alive, but no, he was always slated to die. Sad to say. I honestly, the plan there was just there was 2 drawings. Commander Garter going into enrage mode, which basically was just him fighting against the Slime Tongue and seeing all the recruits dead in that department. And then the other drawing was basically just going to be the Slime Tongue and finishing out the entirety of what was left in the first episode. And then there was Vanessa, which was basically just going to describe the first episode's instance, and that was that. But instead of that format, we decided to go for this format of storytelling instead, which is basically make what is essentially a comic cover, and then make the story in there. Honestly, I'm surprised that I got it to 44-minute episode reimagine. 64 freaking kilobytes is not enough, apparently, for this freaking series, but I guess now that we're trying to, like, condense it down to 44 minutes, or at least close to it, we can get a significant amount of episode time here. Wait a minute, shish. Or is that also... Oh, wait, no, that's also part of it. Never mind. So, anyways, yeah. Considering the, the start of this entire series, Commander Garter was always slated to die. We never really had, like, any other plans outside of that, because I feel like if we were to do the thing that we were planning on doing before, was basically just get those 3 drawings done with, I don't think we would have ever gotten this to this point, right here. I don't think we would have ever done that. Which makes me wonder what the hell would have happened with Elementals Reborn and Adventurous Army. Adventurous Army only came after Nova Guardians, because at that point we wanted to test the waters in making a 22-minute Read and Imagine series that, while albeit is a hentai with plot, it's, a good, like, writing practice for stuff like Elementals Reborn, or maybe soon to be Chrome Wars, or that Mocker Brain horror series that I have in mind that has no drawings relating to it whatsoever. So you have no idea what the hell it is. And I don't know what it is, but I know what it is. You may think I don't know what it is, but I do and I don't. I have a general idea on what I have planned, and most of the characters, and some of the plot, and some of the end plots, and a potential Season 2. I have the ideas there, not all of it in cohesive orders, just a general idea on what it is that I want to do for that series. Once it starts, of course. Also, is this... No, that's fine. So, yeah, that's essentially what we have planned. In terms of that. Or it's essentially what we have had planned, I should say. I forgot we were talking about the whole Adventurous Army helping us with writing up the, what do you call it? So yeah, if we didn't do this Nova Guardian series, there was a good chance we might not have gotten Adventurous Army to, like, test the waters there. I feel like we still would have gotten to Elementals Reborn, but it probably would have taken a little bit longer to get to. I mean, we only started, like, doing the overviews extensively as we have been doing, trying to get that done with, so just so we can start up the Elementals Reborn series because of Nova Guardians. So despite the fact that this series hasn't really had too many legs in terms of drawings to, like, lead up to it, unlike something like Chrome Wars with a crap ton of things, Demon Realm, which could have a series of, like, people who get brought into the Demon Realm and the Demon Realm Sector Squad, and we just get to see people either surviving or dying. We even get, like, an episode with the Dark Succubus, potentially. There's a few episode ideas with the Demon Realm in mind that we can definitely utilize. But whether or not we can have an actual cohesive story with just, like, a singular set of characters is uncertain. I feel like we could have probably arcs and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, yeah. All in all, we basically have just gotten Nova Guardian with a small amount of stuff starting up. Elementals Reborn has a significant amount. I mean, technically, Elementals Reborn is one of the first series that I have ever made starting in Photoshop. Way back in Album 1 with the Elementals that we drew. Who would have known? How would a 19 or 20-year-old me have known that those Elementals were going to be soon used in this series? Because we are going to have, like, those Elementals be shown. At the moment, we don't know what the hell the Elementals are. We don't know what kind of category they fall under. The only other category that you would think that way they would fall under would probably be golems, but that doesn't make any sense because they're humanoid creatures. I would say that's like the only fairy tale-esque creature we've gotten here. I was thinking about, like, having some form of dwarf people living underneath the world tree. But the only reason that they're dwarf people is because the world tree area is a bit heavier, so living there compresses your body. So literally, they're not dwarves, they're just humans whose bodies have compressed, making them look short but muscular as all hell, because obviously with the gravity being what it is near the world tree, beneath it, it's probably going to make them be able to withstand a lot. I imagine like the area near the world tree underground is probably heavier, because gravity there is probably a little bit more, maybe not gravity, but like the pull, the initial like downwards thrust of mana, upwards from the root, but downwards from all the mana being pushed into the ground, which makes the gravity beneath the world tree even heavier. All of that probably makes it very much difficult process to be able to like move around in there. It also doesn't help that their entire society is like only living underground, and there's no caves nearby to get to the surface anywhere close by that doesn't require them go far. Plus, you're living underground, and they have a giant society under there who are somehow able to get by consuming the creatures that live underneath the caves. It's like its own little ecosystem, essentially. Although I imagine living in the caves there is probably way more treacherous than living anywhere else in Panama, or however the fuck you pronounce that continent's name. We've chose some weird names for the continents, that's for certain. But the idea here was to have like many different types of languages being used in order to like showcase like a worldly kind of view in languages and whatnot. And more so just like have similar languages, but like change it up enough for some of them to make it like seem like make it seem like it is its own language. Not so many its and so many redundant words needing to be used, making my brain hurt. Oh, head hurt. But yeah, that is definitely something out of which that we might have planned at some point. Maybe not the first season. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what that would be. Because the idea with the entirety of the first season mostly is to just have them all stay within the parameters of Panama. I'm going to look up the goddamn name right now on the drawing. Oh, hey, notification! Woo! Okay, bruh person that died. Thanks for adding a spider's feather to your favorites. Alright, where was I? Ah, yes, of course. Here it is. What the hell was this Paymanor? Or Paymanor? I don't know what this, like, hold on, where is it? There you are. There's like two circular dots above a lowercase a. Paymanor. Paymanor. Palmanor? I don't know what that is. That's gonna annoy me because will have no idea how to pronounce that. I will have no idea how to pronounce that, and therefore I won't know how to properly say the name. But yeah, the idea of the first season is that a lot of it takes place on that continent. There's a lot to get through. And I do want them to kind of stay within close to homes for now. Because it depends. It depends because we do want to have, elementals be shown for the most part. For the entirety of the first season. They give you a clue as to all of the elementals' existence. I mean, if I remember correctly, yeah, we got elementals, fire elementals living in the volcanic area in Paymanor. And we've got Water elementals living in the royal ruins close to Leviathan Kingdom. And of course, well, I don't remember where the hell the, what was it, air elementals? Wind? I think it was wind elemental. Yeah, then of course there's the earth elementals that are in Greenwood Thickets that we know of. I think they're in the Greenwood Thickets, I gotta remember. So, yeah. Significant amount there we gotta make. Alright, oh. And you're probably wondering, yes, this here's a guy, his name is Mason. This was the feminine twink that we had, described in the 4th episode. They old talk about good old-fashioned pink and whatnot. It only makes sense that he would be a part of Arya's team. I believe all, I'm pretty sure that Tina and Lucas are the only underage characters currently in the entirety of this group of rookies. Right, Kat? You got up from that spot, slowly walked over to here, then to just get down and lay in that spot instead. I guess closer to me. But at the same time, Kat, you didn't expect for me to touch you. Touch. What you looking at? Man, we are 2 hours in almost, and we haven't even gotten to the freaking texture process yet. Jesus, this might be a 2-parter, because I might want to take a break, suck on a couple of Starbursts, and watch an episode of Billy and Mandy. And we'll make a 2-part, the second part with the background. Hopefully today. I can't imagine the background is going to take that much effort. So I feel like the background part might only be like an hour and a half or so. Damn it. Earpiece. Seems like it. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you can tell he's a guy due to the fact that he's incredibly flat. And also he doesn't have the same figure as most girls. Although you can't exactly see their figure that well because you're facing forward. Although you girls don't really have that big of a figure. Your girls are meant to be like skinny with average sized breasts. And you, well, you're goth exterior. I feel like I've made you already. But at the same time you look different enough from... Hold on, I'm going to bring this down a bit. Nah, technically speaking, you're close, but not close enough. The character of which that I have in question. I guess because you're not even used that much. Yeah, I guess it's fine. You can look like this. It only makes sense that I would eventually end up making a character similar to a character that I've already made. Although I can't really say I've made characters like these before. I have never made a character like this before, so you are definitely unique. Well, you are definitely... Wait, did I forget to freaking shade this? How did I forget to shade this? Well, brain, please stick with me. We're not even close to done with this. How the fuck did I forget to shade a very large, important part of your freaking robe? How? In what universe did I manage to forget that? Whatever, it's fine. It's fixed now. You just feel like a generic American character that I've made. And you just look like a black version of Liz from well, I wouldn't really say that much. Black hair, black skin, while Liz has white hair, white skin, cowboy getup. You use a scythe instead of a gun, so I guess that's one difference, but that's mainly because of you. Notice how these guys don't have guns. You got knuckle daggers, so you got somebody who likes boxing. Of course, the, samurai-esque Asian katana, these two here. Now, obviously, if you can't tell, the people who are lined up here are the ones that they're kind of like rivaling towards. The entire group rivals with each other. Oh, God. But it makes sense that Tina would rival with Lucas, same age, in the same age group. Yashashi would rival with Nomura. I think that was his name, right? I'm going to minimize some stuff. Minimize? Yeah, Nomura. I think that's how you pronounce his name. John, obviously, American, guns, fists. Obviously, that makes sense because Gene over here has... I didn't even tell you what the names of these characters are because I was too busy with other things. Gene over here, right here, with his golden knuckle daggers going up against another American with a gun. Because, guns against creatures like this is very useful, especially since some of these creatures are, alien-like creatures with a hard exterior shell. And Shikama up against Aqua. Scythe users. You're a more traditional scythe. You're a more techno scythe with a compact scythe that comes up into a box. Did I get it? No, I don't think I did. Either I got it and it's now falling on the ground, wreathing in pain, or it somehow fucking escaped that. Stupid fucking insects, I swear. Yeah, and we got Morgan, I believe, Madison. Damn it. Why did you catch that bug? Yeah, Morgan, Madison, I believe. Yeah, Morgan, Madison, Tay, I think, and that's Mason. That's Mason right over here that we're working on currently, and I want to do this a bit more. What you going at for? I do realize, though, that I have a really unique style to where we can't really, well, I guess, technically speaking, and, Nomura with that, I did adjust his eye a bit, and your nose a bit. Well, I guess it depends. Our style seems to be consistent of the more moe for some instances. Then we got characters like Kane Reitining, who just looks like, complete and utter badasses. But, I guess it's fine. Our style is our style. I am actually quite happy with how Shikama has been turning out throughout the most of it. It's kind of making me look forward to what that Manga Brain horror series is going to have in store. Because that's going to be featuring a unique cast of characters. And it's going to be like a test to how well I can do most of it. I do realize, though, that I'm technically going to have to draw almost every single character used in the first episode just so we can see what they all look like. That's the problem with this. There's no manga, obviously, because that takes too much time, and I'm only one person, and I want to try to get these out monthly. So drawing a cover art with a book story-esque kind of instance is the best way I have to go about doing something like this. Also, No, I think that's supposed to look like it's going here, but don't know if I'm doing as well. Oh, yeah. The red flag is Vanessa's team, and the blue flag right over here is Kihana's team. Because, obviously, Arya's group is, because of Arya's relations with Vanessa being like long-term best friends. Obviously, Vanessa's group would, have some form of connection with Arya's group, as well as Kihana with Kihana's group with Arya's group. And, those three are cut from the same pods, kind of. So, and of course, Arya's group is gonna root for either of them. She roots for them. He roots for them. These two don't root for anybody. They're just wishing everyone good luck. Because they're kind of the passive group. I mean, you've seen them in the 4th episode. You've read how they acted, what their energy is like, and how like they just jump up out of nowhere and scare the ever living daylights out of not only poor Lucas over here, but John as well. Wait, right now. Oh, here I am. So you've seen what they're like, but you don't really see most of them. You only got like a small glimpse of those characters and their like personalities. In this episode, it's trying to like, establish workplace rivalry, but a more healthy one. Although I guess it might be unhealthy in the beginning, where they're just like at each other's throats and like testing out sparring, all of them sparring each other. And then, of course, it gets out of hand. Did I get it? No, I didn't. And then... Well, now I got it. Finally. Christ. Jesus. Fuck. Man, 2 hours in this one. And then, of course, Kihana had to break it up and proposed a challenge. This challenge is essentially to take down this creature. They only know that there's Iron Binder in 2 different areas. In the area, the world that they are living in. And it's equal distance from the base in both areas. Their objective is to take out the Iron Binder in their area and plant a communications device in the area where they took out the Iron Binder. But the reason why this is called Lopsided Rivalry is for 2 things. Since the episode is already out, technically this is spoilers if you haven't read it yet, but if you want to read it, check it out. Technically, the reason why this is called Lopsided Spoiler is because A, Vanessa's group is going up against a higher ranking variation of the Iron Binder, i.e. the reason why this one looks more badass and terrifying and this one does not. And B, the area that they are going to be going in is more treacherous, of course. And C, they win. Vanessa's group wins. Well, where is this looking at? They win. I'm pointing at frickin' Kihana's group, but for your sake, those guys that are right up there in that direction, they win. Vanessa's group wins. And it's a close call, too. If I can remember to put this in the scene, Tina uses her hammer to propel all her 3 teammates over the line. Or to the finish line. They all have to get there. So Tina, using her smart thinking, propels those 3 to the finish line, over the team that they're just behind. And then Tina, with her fast as fuck running, outruns the entire group. And they win. They win on a lopsided challenge. Hence the name, Lopsided Rivalry. Of course, the group will still have some form of rivalry against them, because obviously they want to try to test their own powers against the one of the best rookies in the entirety of the rookie base of Nova Guardians. So obviously they're still going to want to try to test their mettle and might against them in challenges and whatnot. But of course, for the sake of keeping up some other storylines going up here, I don't know if we're going to have that too much. We might have another rivalry episode, but less about a rivalry and more about the entire group. The entire group of people. See, I don't know if I want to introduce anymore. We got a lot of characters that we would want to have to introduce. Because we got 3 new teachers that'll be coming in. Well, not teachers. Commanders. This is not a school. This is literally a space military-esque thing. Where people are out there taking down creatures, causing problems for the environment, as well as dealing with criminals and whatnot. It's essentially like a military. But it's not as strict as a military because it's more like a job. Like a police job, kind of. It's like space police, except You know, there's the good ones and then there's the bad ones. You've seen the bad ones already in episode 4. Bradford, I think his name was Sarah and Abden. Although Abden so far doesn't look like he's done much of anything bad because he's silent. He has not spoken once at all. Nor do I know if he's ever going to speak. I feel like he's the kind of like dog character who like takes orders from Sarah and Bradford. Because, you know, he's like a military dog almost. It's like the dog of the group. The dang, what do you call it? Obedient soldier. Will do anything the group wants him to do, which mostly consists of just pounding the ever-living shit out of creatures that are causing a muck and criminals and whatnot. Stop it. I'm gonna get a drink, so you best move. Unless you want to take a ride with me. There she goes. But you've seen the bad. Bradford, who's putting on a facade. You know, obviously, your ego is that high, you're putting on a facade over here. And making it seem as though that, it was all part of the plan. People didn't know that you were trying to send in rookies in there only for them to fail and for you to come in and save the day. Your spotlight was taken from you. For a moment. And obviously, Sarah doesn't like that. But obviously, you gotta remain professional. In the eye of the public eye, you gotta look like the professional one. Wait a minute. Shh. But I didn't say shish. I said shit. Alright, it's fine. Easy fix. Don't know why the hell that was like that before, but it's fine. I guess I just didn't pay attention to where I was putting that. Anyways, yeah. We've seen what a bad Nova Guardian is. With the, what do you call it? And, you know, while Tina is rowdy and childish, she is 15 after all. She is a pretty damn good freaking, what do you call it? Yeah, that's under there. She's pretty good at her damn job. Using the hammer to destroy creatures. Even using it to knock out the Oxyman. You gotta really appreciate her moxie. And the entirety of the workspace. She's the kind of character who speaks up against those who, in her eyes, are in the wrong. Which, I guess, technically, yes, those guys are in the wrong. But she will also just, like, she's also the kind of person who doesn't care if she's wrong, she's right. But she does have her moments. Which we will see at some point. I don't know when. Watch a cat. Why the fuck is this thing not turning back on again? I swear to God, this godforsaken thing is just so annoying. Oh wait, right, fingers. I guess I didn't even need to do that. Why did I do that? Just say that in. Anyways, yeah. Whoops. What was I saying again? There was some topic I was on, and then I just switched to Nukem for a second. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're talking about the whole this being like a cop job, kind of. I mean, any normal workplace probably doesn't really have much of a rivalry. I guess there's always an employee there that, you know, is doing really good and you want to try to do better than them. Try to make yourself out amongst the rest. Because, I literally do not have any rivalry inside of this workplace, because everybody knows that I hate it and I care nothing of it, of this job. So they really just, any of that. There are some people there who are just constantly at each other's throats, though. Some people are constantly, not doing the things that they were told to do, and then somehow getting the other person in trouble despite the fact that they literally told them to take their break. But they didn't. They just went back into the warehouse and talked to one of the other employees that they seemed to be buddies with. And then, of course, now the supervisor knows about that. I also feel like I should have if you haven't noticed yet, the entirety of Nova Guardians, at the moment, currently, consists entirely off of the, the whole workplace, corrupt nonsense and whatnot. Like the first episode being the workplace hazard, and then the second episode bringing to light that the reason why the attack happened was because of pure incompetence. I mean, I guess technically it was stated in the first one, but it was pure incompetence to have an S-rank soldier just scour the lands to make sure that there's no high-level creature or something that could follow the rails to this base and just cause a whole bunch of problems. Nobody did the bare minimum, which caused a whole bunch of rookies to die. And then in the second episode, somebody who was scheduled to go there but was called back is now being made as the scapegoat. Because why? All in all, Darvin really just makes you want to punch him in his big fat fucking nose. And it's just in his cigar smoking frickin' dumbass nose. Yeah, he's just one of those characters that just makes you want to just strangle until he, just pops his head off. Don't worry, he's gonna get what's coming to him. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen, but I know what's gonna happen. I do know what's gonna happen. Of course I know. I have most of the end come up with what most of the end goal that I want to have for a lot of the episodes, with a lot of possibly filler based stuff coming in with some messages with workplace stuff. Technically, yeah. Basically, just we're trying to show off that most of Nova Guardians is just, not good. A lot of stuff there that are just against the people who are working there. Those who are grandfathered in are held so highly to where the new ones are unable to really do much of anything. I mean, technically speaking, if you're running some company like this and you have heroes as your those supervisors of the group, those who are seen as heroes by the entire public, obviously there would be merchandise, despite it being basically police. There would be merchandise that could be making a whole lot of money. So of course there would be some kind of conspiracy in that department. Whether or not I remember to actually use that as a plot point in that episode, or at least to have it brought up as some kind of mention, well, it depends on if I can remember that concept. Well, we'll see. We will see. No matter the case, though, the entire plots for many episodes, ideas, are pretty much just thought. I gotta write them, gotta give some ideas for the plots. Like I said, I know what 6 and 7 entail, and a little bit of 8. All 3 of those introduce one new commander to the group. And, of course, in terms of, what do you call it? 011C, don't think I shaded that in, or if I did, I didn't do a good job of making it look like it was shaded in. So, yeah, anyways, we have, after this, the texturing process that's left. I don't know how long that's going to take. It's not going to take that long. We're probably going to be this is probably going to be a 3-hour long episode, not going to lie. This seems like it's going to be a 3-hour-long episode. I mean, technically, yeah, this is a pretty freaking big drawing. Or a 3-hour-long part, I should say. Not exactly an episode, so to speak, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm trying to get across. But, yeah. I like the idea of Nova Guardians be like a series that has like sci-fi action and whatnot, but also just speaks out about like terrible like work practices and all the problems that work has that people need to like look into at some point. There's just so many things that just makes you question why. Why is it like that? Why are things like this? Some people seem to develop favoritisms towards other people. That's what it feels like. But that doesn't make any sense in the long run either. I don't know. I just don't freaking know. I don't know at all. But it don't matter. It don't matter because I don't care enough. One day we're going to somehow get our creations well known to the public, or die trying. And at least if I'm dead, I ain't got to worry about dying. And, of course, then at that point, it's more of a case of I'm free from having to deal with the misery of life as it stands. Might not even get to see the end of the world. The only downside, we don't get to see the end of the world because it seems like that's gonna happen. I don't know, we will see. I am hoping we don't die. But we are stupid as a species. And greedy. And we just keep on digging our grave deeper. And there's nothing there to help us get back out, so we just keep on digging until we make a bottomless pit. Or we dig to the Earth's core and just kill ourselves. That's also a possibility. We just keep digging our grave, and eventually our grave becomes the Earth's core, and then we might create a volcano where our grave is, who knows? Which will cause massive effects towards the area surrounding us, which is basically symbolism for all the animals that, are also dying out now because the environmental effects of this volcano is causing many issues. But that's for another time. I don't know. We're in the depressing side. We need to go to a different side. What side? What side? And we could continue talking about the Nova Guardians. Slightly less depressing. But I do have many plot points and ideas made for this, at least. I'm still surprised that I'm remembering what 6 and 7 is. When we haven't really put too much thought into 8 yet, and I feel like I should leave it like that for the time being, just to ensure that we can, actually be able to get way more cohesive episode in instead of trying to, figure it out. I will say, though, I cannot wait for many plot points to be revealed in later instances. Because obviously the more, thrilling plots are, being held off secretive. We don't get to see it too much, and we don't have any idea on what it consists of. So, obviously, in terms of the current plot points, we just gotta wait until the middle part of this here series in order to get to many of the certain plots that we have to make. And that's still a long ways away. Way long ways away. I don't know when. I mean, could be next year. The next limitation period is going to end on in December, I believe. I think, at least. If I remember correctly, since we're ending it on April, there's May, June, July, August, September, October, yeah. So, I mean, next year that will be 12 episodes, and then 2014 is when we get 6 episodes in a limitation period, which will get us over to 3/4 done, meaning that after that, 2025 is when the series ends. And the first season of Nova Guardians ends as well. I don't really know if I have a plan for a potential second season in Nova Guardians. You see, Nova Guardians is essentially like, if you don't count the lengthy-ass, what do you call it? The episodes are all 44 minutes long. Which means that, of course, well, it takes some time to get it's 44 minutes long an episode, and there's 24 episodes. So technically, that would be 2 seasons in of itself. So essentially, yes, 2 seasons worth. But there would only be 1 season fully, legitimately, because, well, obviously, it's a lot to write. And of course, I don't have plans for a second season. We already are getting like 2 seasons worth of ideas here. I don't think we're going to have any more than that. Alright, so... Oh god, this part's going to suck. There's already so much going on here. So many layers. I realize that the size doesn't matter. Oh, well, the size matters to an extent. It's the amount of layers that we have in the frickin' scene that's causing so much lag. Alright, we are 2.5 hours in almost. Gonna be a long first part and a short second part. But what can you do? And that's just is what it is. Alright, now I gotta back out and go over to these characters here and see what certain things look like. Yeah, most of your goggles is just that texture, right? Anyways, yeah. I gotta say, though, it would be interesting to see what the hell this series would, in the animation aspect, to see what that would all look like with how long it is. Because some of it doesn't reach to the full extent of what it could reach, but a bunch of it also, I guess it depends, really. Are you cloth? I think you are cloth. Let me get most of the fur done with first. Wait, I think most of that's leather. Isn't that leather? Oh, no, wait, no, that's cloth. I made those cloth, right? Okay, of course. Also, did I draw your pockets there? No, most of your body was hidden there, so of course some of the pouches weren't shown. Oh man, there's so much here that I have to do. At least for Tina. I feel like all the other characters is going to be easier, minus Judith. Judas, of course. Because of his godforsaken, what do you call it? Yeah. Now, dang old frickin' Yashashi's got like a holster for her sword. John's got a holster for his gun. And Shikama's scythe compacts into a freaking small rectangular box. And all Tina has to do is just wave her hammer around. She always has her hammer. She had one hammer before that, I didn't really like the design of too much. So then we just went on ahead and have her hammer broke in the 3rd episode. And now she has a new one. Also, if you haven't noticed, John has a new gun here. Obviously, because he was given various assortment of guns. and whatnot. And of course, you know, you want to use all of those guns, right? Essentially, John's stick is that every episode he's in, he has a new gun. I guess technically even episode 3, despite the fact that he used his old gun. I mean, he still would have his old gun. He would still have it. I mean, technically he used 2 different types of guns. One that was shit and another one that was different. So yeah, technically that makes up for the fact that he didn't have a gun in the first episode because he didn't exist in the first episode. That's the funny thing about this. These characters didn't exist in the 3rd episode. That's right. They did not exist in the first episode, I mean. Or did I say 3rd or 1st? I was not paying attention. These characters are just like spur of the moment. I'm glad I drew them. I definitely do like the way they look. I guarantee it. But they didn't exist before. They were not even an idea. It's funny because these characters weren't even a thing in my radar when I first made this. It really does make me wonder how many more series I have that I could potentially turn into an actual series. There was that one series, an idea that I have in mind. The Platinum Lancer, basically an Others drawing of this red-headed girl ponytail with these soldiers in black futuristic-esque armor. Not entirely futuristic, but I guess we could probably have maybe like, you know, a mixture between future and, you know, the medieval era with certain people wearing more like garbs and robes. Depends, really. Essentially, the series is inspired off of Kill la Kill to an extent. Except, spoilers, nobody in the hero side fucking dies off, which is always infuriating. Like, literally the only character who survived is Akami, which makes sense because that's her. Her name is the series. So, end of spoilers. If y'all remember that, that's the end of spoilers instance. I don't think any of y'all is going to remember it if this is your first time seeing this episode and not seeing the other one where we were talking about this stuff on another series and had a spoilers instance. But that's my spoilers end thing. In case you don't know, there you go again. Probably going to have to reiterate that a whole bunch of times, but it's fine. Also, did I not freaking texture this, or is it just barely noticeable? I guess it's just barely noticeable. I'll do it again. But yeah, inspired off of Kill la Kill, and it's more so just, well, I wouldn't say it's a harem. There's going to be a main character in there that's, because all the girls in this particular group that I have in mind are going to be over 18 or over. There's going to be some characters who are like 18, 19, some would probably be 20s, 21s, they've got like 30s for like the main runners of the group. And there's only going to be one 16-year-old guy who nothing is going to be shown, because obviously that's not what... Oh wait, I forgot the attack. I forgot Shikama's attack. Let me get that back. Well, okay, maybe I'll deal with it. But it's nice to have some funny moments with him, but have more, I don't know, you'll see what I mean when the series is made. But it's mostly consistent of a giant group of girls who are fighting off against this particular organization that's running the world, who are essentially the bad guys. And this guy who is a part of the bad guys, who thinks that this group is all bad, it gets caught by the girls and is spared because obviously, you know, they're, well, 18 and 16 isn't that like far away, but still there's usually like some hint of potentially letting him live, and then him just being basically a captive of the group. But in the other enemy's side, they see it as a potential chance to spy on them, And then they see it as a potential. The girl group sees it as a potential chance to spy on the others. And of course, it's just like basically double crossing, triple crossing, a lot of crossing. And this guy just does not know what the fuck to do. And with a bunch of horny girls who only have themselves try to go at him, and he's still innocent. He doesn't like it. It's not a case of, yeah, you like it. No, he does not like it. I feel like any instances involving with those, I don't know how many, 2, 3, is going to be always set up to him just despising it, because obviously, you're still young. And it's also just a good way to showcase off that, yes, this throwing yourself onto somebody who doesn't like it if you are a girl going on a guy is not good. And, equality and whatnot. I mean, there are also some guys and girls who want someone to throw themselves at them, but not all. You gotta learn the difference. You gotta figure out what the difference is and who wants what and who doesn't want what. You can't just throw yourself at everybody. And that goes for the women as well. You can't just throw yourself at others, just people too. Learn your limits. Learn the boundaries and whatnot. It's something. But I have some plot points in mind, nor do I really want to talk about it, but it's fine. Because I don't even know when I'm going to even make that series. Is it sci-fi? Is it fantasy? We got like a sci-fi-esque group with some fantasy-esque themes going on, so I have no clue what the hell that's going to be. I might want to try to disregard what we did for that one. For that one drawing with those guys in the armor group. And maybe try to go... well, it depends. Generic soldier guys have that, and many other different types of armor. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because we still got time before we would even get to making that series. I don't know when that series would get made, but it's an idea for future. I don't know if it would be sci-fi. And also, we already might have another sci-fi based series. Essentially, kind of edging on the side of fan art, but not necessarily fully. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I will say this. It's a continuation, not continuation directly after it, but many years later into the future after the events of Luna v Titan, once that entire series is finished. I actually have a few ideas in mind for that. One being a miniseries, another one being, what do you call it? Potentially a couple of miniseries, and one being a 24-episode thing with maybe more seasons. I don't know. These are ideas. That's going to take a while for us to get to because we got to get a bunch of things made, but they are ideas nonetheless. And of course, it'll take some time to get those ideas made. I don't know how much time, but it will take time. It will indeed take time. Right, anyway, Shikama. Man, this process is taking some time. I mean, it makes sense. Alright, where was most of this? Yeah, the more metallic looking ones, I think this part's pretty easy. Color. Armor. Other part of armor. This part of armor. And now you can see Shikama's beard coming in a little bit more fuller. Which is great, because originally I wanted him to have somewhat of a small beard. Okay, why is my brain having a struggle trying to pick between attack and shoulder? I know shoulder is the one I want. So why is attack tripping me up? What the? Where the hell's attack here? What? But what? Okay, so I guess some of the attack is deleted. I forgot about that. And we got the armor bit here, the armor bit here. I do have taken notice of the fact that we have a lot of our characters. Damn it! I pressed attack again. Why do I fucking gravitate towards attack? Why do I gravitate towards the one that overlays everything instead of the one that I actually want? Also, was this one... Oh. Wait a minute. You fool. You idiot. You moron. I gotta switch over to Shikama swatch because I did this color wrong. That's wrong. I gotta go to original character, secondary universe, Nova Guardians, characters, men, Shikama. What the hell was this again? I think this one was suit number 4. See, this is what I need to do. I need to switch that up and make that look good. Yeah, you see this? This is not supposed to look like that. The legs and the arms are supposed to look like that. I think that's what that's supposed to look like. So I need to switch over to you real quick. Put this to 10. And then switch back to this again. 5. There, it's been fixed. I'm using the right color this time. And this is why I need to do some adjustments to Shikama's armor color swatch. Because we already have some of that that looks so completely different and utilizing the same damn colors for most things. Ah, shit, I forgot that part. It's fine, it's fine. Also, is your hand bigger? Might be fine bigger. Depends, really. You are a big guy. Compared to all the others, you are quite tall. Shikama definitely makes an interesting dynamic in the group. I do like the different dynamics we have for each group that we've got so far. Although, right now in Elementals Reborn, we haven't gotten the full group together yet. Essentially, the entire point of the first episodes is to slowly introduce the characters into the group. See, in Nova Guardians, we just introduced our characters right off the bat, as if they already knew each other. Elementals Reborn, first season, is basically just the origin stories of how this group came to be. Because we already know that the group kind of is together, because we've seen them together. Well, once, actually. We've seen them together once in the creature overview. And I guess technically it doesn't count the world, the town of creation. I guess that technically doesn't count because they are spread out with doing their own thing. I guess the town of creation kind of like sets up the plot point with everyone just gravitating towards that town. No, we got like Ariella, who's just staring off at the girls, side-eyeing them. Like, you know, them buying stuff. I guess kind of technically that scene goes off of that one, but it takes place in different departments. Oh wait, shit, your Scythe. Of course, how could I forget? Oh shit, right, this part also needs to be shaded and textured, because that's a part of the armor. Oh shit. I should have had a V8. Alright, anyways, damn it! Stop going to the attack, you fool. Yeah, what better way do I have to make it look like the scythe is spinning? This is the best way that I've got currently. Scythe. But yeah, you've seen the dynamics so far of this group. And you can somewhat get an idea of the dynamic for the other group as well, just by seeing the way they've been drawn and their personalities and whatnot. Damn gnat. Did I get it? I don't know. Damn, we are almost 3 hours into this. And there's still the background as well. It's almost freaking 2 o'clock. Jesus. Damn it, I forgot. I missed it. I missed that piece. This piece right here. Somehow. I somehow missed that. Ugh. So we've seen the dynamics for Nova Guardian cast. The main cast, at least. Not these guys. We've seen somewhat of their dynamic, but we haven't really seen them interact enough to know what their dynamic is. They obviously work together as a team. But for Vanessa's group, we've got essentially, Tina being the obnoxious, powerhouse. I'm trying to figure out how the words are. The words that I need to figure out to describe these characters. Yeah, Tina's obnoxious. She butts heads with the group sometimes. But she's knowledgeable. She is like one of the main, characters go-to for knowledge of most creatures in the area. Which is, nice little good. Just something good to outweigh the obnoxious behavior that she has outputs. Which will make sense later on why she has this behavior. Obviously, it's a teenage phase, but I guess technically it could just stick throughout her entire life. Who knows? She just might be that much rambunctious and outrageous. Then we got Yasashi, who's the quiet girl in the group. Not necessarily reserved, but she's usually just quiet, keeps to herself. But is a team player and always wants to try to do the group proud. Then there's John, who definitely has a energetic personality. No, that's not the right word. These two right here are energetic. Oh good, I got the net. We've seen it before. John butts heads with Tina on many occasions, obviously. I don't know. I can't figure out where to pin, John's personality. With Shikama, we know that he's like the brooding, authoritarian type, who's essentially just strong-willed and whatnot. But he also has some sort of secret going on, as you would notice in the 4th episode. As you can notice in the 4th episode, he does have something secret going on. What is that secret, you may ask? I'm not going to tell. We'll know when the time comes, but for now, there's something going on with Shikama. But besides that, Shikama's kind of like the father of the group. You got, Isashi keeping to herself, but you got John and Tina constantly butting heads. The Americans are butting heads. No surprise there. Although Tina butts heads with everybody, John at least tries to, get along with Shikama and Tina. Tina's really the only one there who's, providing, the completely different dynamic, changing up, a lot of it. That's why they're not a normal team, primarily because of Tina. John and Yashashi can, relate to the loss of their family member. Dang old freaking John losing Mikey and Yasashi losing Fu. So that definitely does, have those two, get along well because they have something. People share in grief, kind of, you know? Sharing each other's grief as essentially, whoops, that's pants. I want to go to robes. That's essentially the entire dynamic that they have, is that they are able to comfort each other because they too have suffered from losing a loved one due to the attack from the building that they are currently in right now. I got a huge upgrade thanks to Kihana's father, Ichi. So, obviously, yeah, those two get along. And it also makes sense that Yashashi and Shikama would get along. Their clans aren't exactly, you know, butting heads. It seems like there might be some kind of clan, like, rivalry between Nomura and Yashashi. Who knows? If I do decide to do a clan thing, I gotta remember to put it in and not forget. It would be interesting. We just need to make sure we have a mention of it. I feel like I'm always forgetting something vitally important. Oh, wait. Ah, shit, there's 2 belts. I didn't know. Yuck, I forgot there's 2 ties to this belt. There are 2 ties to this belt. This is one of them. And that's another. How did I forget? Easy. My memory is not as good as it should be. As it should be. It really should be better than this. Also, was this 5 or 10? Well, too late. It's 10 now. I guess 10 is better because it covers up way more without having to scroll through it all more. And I got the major difference between... Because you are wearing a white robe with a black belt. And you are skinny. Don't forget, Nomura is skinny. So he is a pretty thin boy. You know, complete polar opposites. White hair, white robe, black belt though. Wearing socks with sandals, black hair, black robe. Oh yeah, white eye, red eye. And wearing no socks but sandals. Oh wait, fuck. I forgot the nails. How could I forget the nails? There we go. And I think that's all for you, unless I forgot something. Okay, no. Damn it. Not Gene. Hair. Hair 1A. Not the folder, you fool. Sometimes I wish I could, you know, adjust, mess with all the layers well, then again, if I mess with all the layers in the folders, and I'm going to be like, wait a minute, damn, I accidentally shaded all the layers by having this on the folder. Damn it. Fuck. Shish. Odd. And then I have to undo many things. Because then many things would just get ruined. So maybe it's good that that's not a feature. Because that would probably just screw me up. Many times over. Anyways, yeah. I do kind of like the dynamic that Kihana's group got going on. Gene over here trying to, like, get, like, a old school barbecue grill. Kind of like a heart back to the old days on Earth. Because clearly they are not on Earth. It's pretty obvious that they do not live on Earth. Right now, the entirety of Nova Guardians takes place on a planet completely different from Earth. So, obviously, people who have come from Earth, because obviously all humans have to have come from Earth, will probably be homesick. I mean, they even got, like, this garden on the outside that gives them a slice of Earth life. That Gene would probably set up a barbecue in for a bunch of instances. I definitely do want to call upon Gene barbecuing outside of the courtyard area, or in the courtyard, I should say, not outside. Right next to the kitchen. Just to have some nice little slice of life moments amongst all the combat and fighting against alien creatures and criminals. Shit, that's the wrong one. I need to go to you. He probably has a more casual wear. I kind of want to do a nice little standalone drawing. Maybe like show off Kihana's group grilling. And we can even get a good look at like the outside of the freaking area. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. It's a possibility. Oh wait, shush. I gotta do this. And then I gotta grab these cracks. And I gotta do this with the cracks. Make that 10. All in all, I like the wholesomeness that Shikama's group had, or Kihana's group. Wait, did I seriously have a Hana rhyming instance? Really? Really? Did I seriously somehow manage? Okay, I don't think I need to be in this anymore. Did I really just somehow manage to just have two Hanas here? Kihana, Shikama. Oh, no, never mind. Kama. Right, Shikama. Because that's supposed to be a Japanese name for scythe. Anyways, yeah. The wholesomeness that Kihana's group's got going for it. And also, Kihana's group is quite diverse. You got a Polish boy, a Japanese guy, an American, true-blooded American, got the American flag right here, and an African American over here. Well, we got like, well, I guess technically speaking, African American, American, Japanese. So 3 out of 4, and this is a full-on 4 group here. So I mean, I guess they win in diversity. Although then again, Shikama is from a different clan, who's probably got some significant differences from Yashashi. That was. It's just, why is it such a pain in the ass to try to remember those two's names sometimes? I'm surprised I'm even still able to remember their names. Yashashi, Shikama, Kihana. I can't remember Ishii's full name. Ishitsu something. It's been too long. I shortened his name to just like Fu's name in the first episode. Rest in peace. Just being Fu and not whatever. I can't even remember what her name was even. Her full name. But just like her, Japanese names are just a pain to remember. Although, for some reason, I'm getting Lucas's name confused with Lucas. I'm getting Judas's name confused with Lucas. Case in point, even freaking... Well, I don't know. What English-sounding names, which is probably not right. Why am I not selecting nails? What the fuck? Where's the nails at? I swear to God, if I somehow place this on something and I'm not supposed to play... You whore. No. What is this? Okay, at least that one's on an area that's not connected to anything. You were supposed to be on the nail. You fool. How long have we been at this so far? Almost 3 hours. Damn. Damn indeed. Such a lengthy-ass time we have going here. Alright, anyways, I think this is more so going to be like leather-esque. Leather hat. I think that's the idea. Leather jacket. Using the cracks to make leather. I still gotta try to figure out if there's any more things I can do here. Also, were you supposed to be like that, or were you supposed to... Or maybe that one I didn't make look like it was supposed to be like this. That's probably the case. I think if there's supposed to be like a thing here that kind of like goes up. Like a little lip. Or something, I don't know. But I think it was supposed to look like that. I just didn't make that look like that. Which is fine. It doesn't have to look like that fully. I wish this freaking thing would turn back on again. God, we're really reaching our limit on time here, aren't we? At least we're almost done with the 8 of these characters here. Still got 4 more down there, and still got the Iron Binder, but I think the Iron Binder should be the easiest. I think that's all. Am I missing anything? Seems like it. Not. Seems like not it. Alright, now for these characters. That's Hair 1C. Guess I'll do that one first then. Up, you fool. Hair 1B. Eyebrows. Eye itself. Some of it, but not a lot. I think this is that. I think most of it is leather. I think that's... what do you call it? I don't know if this is just a strap that's just connected to this or not. I think that's the case. Most of that is leather. I'm going to just get the twins done with since they're just twins and combining into the same one and whatnot, you know. Oh, I guess technically speaking, the, hold on. The hair ties need to be like this. Yep. Oops. Oh, wait a minute. If we're going to have that like that, we don't want the bottom here to be this. The twins do have some sort of a difference. You probably can't really tell it too well, outside of just like these two. And just the sheer fact that they, you know, they're always staying to the side of each other in a certain instance. Is that her eyes are a little bit, like, bigger, wider, and her eyes are a little bit longer. That's essentially the idea here. You need to be this. You need to be this. There we go, like the little hilt there. Little nod attaching to that and whatnot. No, that's not a part of the sword. No, wait, it is. No, it's not. It is not. It's different layers, right? It's different layers. Don't forget. Different layers. Sucks that we can't see their, like, pants as well. But we get some idea of what their clothing looks like, at least. I think. Yeah, that's not showing all of it. All the options we can get here. So they got their little jackets on and their shirt, tank top. That's above sweater. That's also midriff. Notice how all of Arya's girls are all midriff base. Well, you know what the first episode entails. First episode entails of an entire instances with a navel fetish. Many characters dying from that. I mean, the first instance came with Vanessa just getting her navel completely destroyed by the slime tongue. Still somehow managed to get out of that alive, while also killing the slime tongue. No. And it would only make sense that we would have some of that in episodes like this. Maybe not in, like, large numbers, obviously, but some. I feel like Elementals Reborn should have more fan service. Primarily because, well, it's a bit more lighthearted. Nova Guardian has a lot of aggravating moments with the frickin' the boss of the Nova Guardians, the president or whatever, the manager, the entire manager of the group, or I don't know what, the one who's on top, like president of the Nova Guardians. Why is it such a pain in the ass to try to figure out what the hell the titles would be called? whatever. But yeah, that's essentially, whoops, not using it, not let it be that. But yeah, as I was saying before, the entirety of Nova Guardians is a bit more serious, but there is still some fun moments in it. It's not all serious, obviously. I mean, the first episode kind of set the tone for the entire series, but we don't see all the gore and blood and all that stuff. That kind of stuff was just there to showcase a certain little lesson, which I probably have stated before, so I probably should just tell you. You just see this cat sliding out from under the bed, trying to stretch onto the thing, the bottom of the desk. Oh, God. What the hell? How did I do that? Oh. What control and space did the magnify? What? Can I alt? Oh. That's good to know, I guess? Control space alt? Oh. Oh, so apparently control space zooms in. Wait, control space. Wait, how the hell did you freaking zoom in further? You zoomed into the map. There's apparently still more keybinds that I'm not aware of. I've been doing Photoshop for freaking 8 years almost, and there's still so many freaking keybinds I don't know on this particular version of Photoshop. I've been sticking with the same version for 8 years that my mother had purchased long ago. I don't even know what version this is. You could probably tell from the Windows screen that you've seen on multiple occasions with it being gray. Although I don't know if newer versions have that. I've kind of just been sticking with this version because I know it true and through. I don't want to try to adjust to a new version where there might be tools there that I used but is not there anymore for some reason, which makes no sense. Why would you get rid of tools? You're like, you know what, we're not going to use this tool anymore. I mean, I feel like all the tools that I use here are basic. Filling in, stroking, selecting. Pen tool seems like it's important. It seems like it would kind of be a shot in the foot for Photoshop to just remove that in new versions. Kind of would be, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, you could probably... When I zoom out and move this thing, you probably could tell by all the gray around it what version I'm using. I don't even know what version I'm using. I couldn't tell you because I don't freaking know. My version is probably old though, that's for certain. Definitely 8 years old. Maybe even older. I mean, it basically has all of what I need. I barely even use any of the filter stuff. I used to use something to be able to adjust Moon's squares on her outfit, but I kind of just stopped using that and just started just going full on squares flat. And wish there was an easier way to morph and change the outlines of the pen tool instead of the colors and shape of everything else. Probably not even a way like that in whatever new Photoshop version there is. I don't know. Would I get it? The newer ones? Depends, really. If it's a one-and-done purchase, then yeah, but if it's a subscription-based service, then no. I'll just stick with this one, because at least I know that I can continue using this. We've purchased this one and done. No more than that. That's what I don't like about that shit. There's already so many fucking, services with so many, pay monthly to use it. Why can't there just be more, here, you bought this license. Now that's all you needed to do. You don't need to have to spend more money than you need to. I forgot this fucking flag. That's what we need more of. Although I guess the streaming services stuff makes sense, but for programs that we would use on the occasion, that would be something I would be completely against. I would always try my damnedest to use older versions where you just pay one and done license. That's what I like about Reaper Studios. If I can get to a financially better spot, it's a one and done purchase of $60. And I say after the fun we had with the freaking sound effects and the annoyance of that hanging uvula instance, I'd say it's definitely worth the $60. I'm just glad I can still use it even after evaluation. Technically, I'm still evaluating it because I didn't... like, how much do I have? I think I only got like 30 hours of evaluation in. Because I've been still, like, chalked up with all of these creations and drawings. Even more so now because we've got so many here to create. You've seen just how much I have been making on DeviantArt if you've been paying attention to that. And now that we are doing basically just 12 drawings a month, 10 for DeviantArt, 2 for Subscribestar, in the hardcore mature drawing department, yeah, I would say that we have a lot on our plate right now. I barely have any time to even finish up the first zone's music for Paint Maze, which is annoying, because I want to get that done with. At the very least that, because that will determine the entire music for the for that part of Paint Maze. It's going to be a while before we, like, make another zone outside of Zone 1. Because right, I forgot that that's combined. Because we still need to essentially just go on ahead and get the menu systems finished. And at least with the menu system, there's only one scene for each of them. So with the music, I can just hold off on that until I can get enough time to make it. And then just add that into the scene and then, do all that stuff. And of course, that narration idea that I have in mind can't necessarily be done until I get more zones built. So, yeah. It's still going to take me a lot of time before I can actually get to the rest of the music for the rest of the zone. But where we stand right now currently is pretty good. So, we just gotta try to get the first zone's music finished before we can move on over to any other zones. And see if we can also get the menu music finished, because that's also kind of important. I'd say that we're doing good progress in the sound effects stuff. Another episode of that, and then an episode of hard testing, and we'll be well on our way to making the start menu. And outside the start menu, there is the main menu, which is going to be the main beef of how much we have to work with. And it's going to be a lot. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the claws. At the very least, it's only one scene, so we can take solace in that thought process. But regardless, it's still a lot of work. So, don't expect for us to get to a potential playable demo. Would I make it a demo? Probably not. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I have no idea. I really don't know what I plan on doing. I guess it doesn't matter right now because we're almost done here, so no point in talking any further into that. We're almost done, at least with the coloring, or shading and texturing process, I should say. You're mostly just cracks. I think you're more like a reptilian-based alien creature that can walk on 2 legs. I think most of the alien creatures are able to walk on 2 legs. Makes sense, really, when you think about it. You got like humanoid creatures over here. I mean, we have some that are like humanoid alien-like creatures. You know, that cinder shell guy is basically just using the environment and all the rocks in the area to basically create a hard shell armor that keeps it from like getting damaged, but little did that do, because that guy just got destroyed immediately. And aside from that, whoops, I need you. Well, there's the there's the Oxyman, but that's not a creature. That's more of an actual alien species, an alien race right there. Intelligent, but has taken a turn to crime, robbing a bank. What should have been a simple C rank mission in the eyes of most turns out to be an old A rank mission. Primarily because of this alien's ability to create toxic gas that will fill your lungs and cause you to not be able to breathe that well. Oh wait, I already did this part. What am I doing? Yeah, no, we don't need to do that. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Which one is that? I don't know what that was. I guess it's fine. Unless it's up here. No, I don't know what that was. Tail 1B? Maybe. No idea. But I guess that's all we have for this part. Because this has gone on for 3 hours. And the next part's probably not even going to be that long. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no clue. I think it's going to take more than an hour, so... Oh, crap. Maybe I have to just wait until tomorrow to do the next part. Damn. Alright, well, I guess that's fine. That's all the characters done with. Maybe I'll just spend the rest of the night just doing the outline for the background instead. And we'll just try to do the coloring and, all that's... the coloring, shading, and texturing in, the next episode, or next part, I should say. Christ. But I think that's everything. I probably missed something because we got like 13 different characters here, technically 14, because half of the freaking Iron Binder is different from the other one because it's showing them on both sides. These guys, it's kind of symbolic because these 4 are taking on these 4 in the first half. And then these 4 are taking on that creature, and these 4 are taking on the other creature in the second half. And it's kind of just showing them going up against both this, that, and then this and that. And these 4 just cheering those 2 on. You know, there's like a 3 to that and 3 to this, because these 2 are just wishing luck to all of them, so I guess technically, whatever. Anyways, there we go. Shading, texturing, I think all of it is done with, unless I forgot something. I feel like I kind of did. No, I did texture here, hair. Texture's so goddamn small and barely noticeable sometimes, but that makes sense because there's a lot of pixels here. So, that's all the time I have for today's part. So, thank you all for watching this part of today's episode of Art Time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out their playlist, and of course, previous episode of Art Time right over here, and the next part of today's episode right over here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Later.